Okay, so I didn't add myself. And I was talking to myself. Let me see if I can position myself where I want to be. Okay, yeah, I positioned myself correctly. You guys can hear me? Let me know because I just added myself to the stage. I didn't realize I was talking. I didn't add myself to the stage. If you can hear me, I'll continue talking. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, Don Armando, you had a 6 month hiatus. Wow, who takes 6 months off of YouTube? That's a long time. I can understand a couple of weeks, even a month, even 2 months, but 6 months, that's a long time. But hope it's all for the better. I guess you'll start going live again. Yeah, thank you. Okay, everybody said they could hear me. Oh, work. Okay. It happens. Work comes first. That's why I only try to come on Saturdays. But I think this is going to be my last Saturday for a minute because I got some things going on. So my weekends might be tied up. I just did a 4 hour. Oh, 4 hours ago. Really? On YouTube? On YouTube, you did a live? I didn't get a notification. But thank you, everybody, for stopping by. The Cynical One, Don Armando, Irby, Fulana. Thank you so much for stopping by. Um, Another crazy week with all this news. What you about? Just finished. Oh, at 10:40ish. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm still at 10 o'clock, so I guess that was 9:40ish my time. Yeah, there's a lot going on this week. Of course, some political news and just other news. There's just a lot that's been going on. The only thing I'm not too familiar with, which I'm sure Irby is, it was what happened in Dallas. But the only person I know out of everybody involved in that situation is Gucci Mane. So I don't know the other people involved. I just heard it was a stick up or hold up and at gunpoint and some stupid ish. It sounds dumb to me, but I think it had to do with contracts and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, Pooh Shiesty, okay, Pooh Shiesty. But I'm just saying, like, why did it have to get to that point? I mean, if it has to do with paperwork, why don't these people get their attorneys involved? Isn't that what the attorneys are for? Isn't that what entertainment attorneys are for? To handle, the legal stuff, because that was all legal stuff, but they turned it into something criminal. What's going on with rappers, man? They really want to live about what they rap about, right? Because I'm sure Pooh Shiesty is not rapping about unity and you know anything like that. So that sounds dumb. His name is Pooh Shiesty for a reason. Oh, he Shiesty. Talk to me, Irby. What's he about? Pooh Shiesty. At least his name ain't Little something something. But oh, or the latest news about what? I didn't hear about that, Don Armando. I can't even say it. It smells like. Okay, okay. Because the way you typed it, Don Armando, it sounds like something happened to Drake. Is that what you're insinuating? Oh, Drake. I don't know who that is. Draco. Oh, not Drake. Okay. I'm like, what? Oh. Oh wow. Okay, so the plot thickens, huh? And it has Pooh Shiesty's name all over it. I don't know who this Pooh Shiesty dude is. I don't know who it is. I don't even know any of his music. I guess I gotta ask my son or something. He could probably tell me. But okay, that's as much as I can talk about with the situation because I really don't, like I said, I only know the one person. I don't even listen to his music, but I know who he is. He's popular enough that I actually know who he is. But I'm not familiar with the other person. Crazy part is he is just really. Wait a minute. So he just got out and he's trying to get back in. He want to be locked up for the summer? Irby, say it ain't so. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That that's crazy. So you just get out, some ish go down, and then you put yourself in a situation that can land you right back. Well, it's gonna put him right back in there because I heard his name. I didn't hear the specific name, Pooh Shiesty, but it's there. Hey, big country, thank you for stopping by. Draco, the ruler, and his guy, Poetic, I guess, Flacco from the No Jumper exposed it. Oh, I know. I've heard of No Jumper. Okay, I've heard of that. Mm, wow. Okay, so this is a big deal. Well, I guess this is going to be hip hop news for a minute, right? We can get off up off the other stuff. This is going to be it for for a minute, but I don't know if I'll be watching it closely because, like I said, I really don't know who these people are, and it doesn't really interest me. I don't really listen to that hip hop music right now, but there's a lot of other stuff I did want to talk about. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in New York. There's stuff going on overseas. There's stuff going on here. It's just crazy. The stuff going on offshore is crazy now because and I just heard about it today because it seems like they're not publicizing it too much. He wanted to sign Gotti. Who's Gotti? Oh Lord, I don't know who Gotti is, Irby. Dad, you're making me feel old. Man, I haven't kept up with rap. I have no idea what's going on. But do you know who these people are, Big Country? Because I don't know who Pooh Shiesty is. I know who Gucci Mane is, but I don't know who Pooh Shiesty is. I started the anti-Hispanotep League. Word on a league, so that means there's more than one person. That's a part of this, huh? So it's a bunch of you guys, Don. Let me find out. I know Gucci, but that's it. Okay, yeah, okay. So I guess we're feeling the same. Hold on. Let's see. Irby's gonna give us some information on that because I have no clue. So we could discuss that for a minute since this is something that Irby's actually familiar with, and then we can move on to the next topic. All right, Irby. I hope everything's working with your phone and all that. Thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by and spending some time with me on this Saturday. Just want to cover a few videos and stuff. And, once I run through them, if you want to keep talking about it, we can keep talking about it. If not, we can say our goodbyes. I have pinned the link. I'm just waiting for Mr. Irby to. Okay, device not Okay, no, it's okay. You're fine. You're fine, Irby.
Hey, what's up?
Irby. What's up? How are you?
Yeah. You never heard of Pooh Shiesty?
No.
He has a song with
I'm not called Titi for no reason. I'm old. Go ahead.
He has a song. Yeah, that a song out with Coyle Ray called Big Perp.
Never heard of it.
Oh my God. Pooh Shiesty. He made the Pooh Shiesty mask popular. They named him after Pooh. He named it the ski mask Pooh Shiesty.
Okay.
That's exactly what he did to Gucci Mane. If you look at the video, he robbed Gucci Mane in the Pooh Shiesty.
So there's a video out of it?
Yeah, it was him. There was some other Memphis people. He's from Memphis. He's a drill rapper out of Memphis, Pooh Shiesty. And there was this his father took part in it.
Who?
His father, Pooh Shiesty's father, was involved in it.
No way. Okay, so when did this happen, and where they at now with that?
They locked up.
Oh, so they did lock up.
Nah, the father is still out on the run, I think. So, but Poe Shiesty's locked up.
That sounds so dumb. And he just got out of jail, you said.
Yeah. Now they get people on the internet is clowning Gucci Man, talking about why Gucci Man notified the authorities, why Gucci Man snitched.
Oh wait. Okay, so of course he's gonna snitch.
Yeah,
excuse me. He got robbed, right, at gunpoint. Oh, I think I found the video. Let me see.
I mean, I don't know what they expect Gucci to do. I mean, like, he's an old man. Like, he's going to tell. I mean, and plus, his wife runs the business, runs their record label, because Gucci got mental issues.
Right. See, that's where I know him from, because he had a show when he was gonna marry her. They were about to get married, a reality show, and I remember him from that. So Gucci Man, what he said? I'm surprised Gucci Man ain't boomed him down. Gucci said he didn't. Oh, he's saying he didn't. He didn't.
No, he didn't. But when your security is used to be in, but when your security is part of the used to be part of the police force, and white executives,
well then,
you had your white lawyers and white executives was there getting robbed with Gucci. They're gonna tell.
That is. Hold up, I think I got a video I can upload on that. Let me just go through the motions now.
Gucci don't gotta tell. They're gonna tell. They're not in that street shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, once a cop, always a cop, right?
Yeah.
What you call it? So okay, but what was the purpose of them running up on him like that in the studio? Because I know it was in the studio in Dallas.
He's trying to get out the contract so he can sign with Yo Gotti, with Gorilla in them.
Okay, so if that's the case, why couldn't he just, like I said, then why couldn't attorneys handle it? Why? How they think they were going to get away with this? Exactly, like that's if Gucci Man has mental issues, what the hell does this Pooh Shiesty guy have? Seriously, like, what does he have? Hey, Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights. Happy Saturday! Thank you for stopping by.
You know what I blame for this?
Who?
I blame your generation. They hear too much Suge Knight stories on the internet too much, and they thought they could pull it off.
Well, according to like what you just said about snitches, nobody snitched on them. Like, they got to do it and walk away from it, right? Nobody got locked up. So you can't blame my generation. Why you guys always want to lay blame? The thing is that you try to do what we do and y'all can't do it. Y'all can't finesse it the way we did. So why are you blaming us for it?
It sounds like they heard some Suge Knight when Suge Knight tried to do that at Easy type of shit.
He wanted to be released. Once you sign, you can't work with anyone else. He owes Gucci music. Not easy to get out. Right. So why doesn't he just get an attorney? Like, it's not easy to get out. Sometimes you got to cough up money, or you got to lose something, or you just stuck with the contract. But holding somebody at gunpoint is not going to work. And like you were talking about the Suge Knight, I mean, none of them are built like Suge Knight. Like, come on. Does that really make sense to you, Irvin?
They're worse. The Memphis niggas are worse. They don't think straight. He had an ankle. He has an ankle monitor on. He had his ankle monitor on him.
Wow, this gave me a lot of videos.
These Memphis ninjas don't think straight.
Oh my god, what is this?
He had an AK-47 on.
AK-47?
Yeah, at Gucci.
And so he didn't use it to blow his brains out?
Somebody got choked out in a pistol whip in the studio.
That sound real dumb. So somebody was dumb enough to go with him. He said, "Yo, I'm gone. I want to get out this contract. I'm gonna do da," and they all went with him to go do it. Like, that's
the dumb part is the dumb part is they were on the internet showing the jewelry they robbed from Gucci and all the other people.
Wow, he could be put on the shelf for years and make zero money. He wanted it the fast way. Yeah, but come on, like that I don't know. That don't make no sense to me. Okay, the video I tried to upload gave me like mad videos. I'm not doing that one. I want to play it so you guys can hear it. But do you know who? Well, I guess a lot of people uploaded it, right? Because I could look for one particular person, but I can't find it, Irby. So how you doing? Let's talk while I'm looking for this video. How you doing?
No good.
When you going live again?
I don't know.
You don't know? You're not feeling it?
No.
Oh God, Gucci man. Okay, so I didn't know where I was gonna start, but since you're up here, and I'll look for the video because Gucci made millions on the song while he was in jail. Oh, and didn't break him off. Oh, Fulana, damn, you know about all of this? Let me find out. Fulana listening to these young boys, or has Irby been putting you on since you guys be talking behind the scenes?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I can't find one video now. Like, what's up?
They shit always get. His last time, the reason why he was in prison for the first time he just got out, his dumb shit was caught on camera.
The first time he got locked up?
Yeah.
Age of attraction. She's stupid. Ooh, this is getting serious.
He did a robbery and a shooting down here in Florida, and he got caught. That's why he went to prison in the first place.
Oh wow. Oh wow. And where's Gucci from? He's from Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, aren't Atlanta dudes like soft? Aren't they soft?
What?
Come on, baby. Aren't they soft?
People from Atlanta?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Okay, I think I have one video. Okay, because there's something didn't upload for me. Let me just play the
My
sound.
thing is now Gucci's gonna stop signing all these damn street rappers to his label.
But he's a street rapper too. Okay, Don. Hopefully I'll get the notification. So let me see what the hell this is. Hold on. I want to upload it. So I can get an idea. Okay. I uploaded something off of Instagram and it gave me. Oh no, oh Lord. It gave me like 6 videos. I can't do this. Montel Williams Jr. Who's that? Who's that, Irby? Oh, is your birthday, Don? Happy birthday. It says Montel Williams. Too many alleged zesty individuals in the A. I think so. All right. It's too many videos. I'll try to upload something and then it won't let me.
Montel went out with Kamala, right? Kamala Harris?
What?
Talking about Montel that dated Kamala?
No, maybe I uploaded the wrong video. I heard something that said Montel Williams something. I know she dated him. Yeah, I heard that she dated him. That's not what I'm talking about. All right. So let me upload my first video. What should I start with? The serious stuff or the crazy stuff, Irby?
Any.
Oh, well, maybe I could start with. No, this is behind. This is you kind of young, Chris. You probably don't want to hear about that. All right. Let me start with Oh, okay. Let me start with this. This is what happened in Brooklyn. I don't know if you heard about a baby that got deleted for some dum-dums that were outside on a moped shooting at people in front of a store. Did you hear about that?
A little bit.
Okay, let me play the video so that you can see it. Let me do the fair use first because this is from a news outlet. Fair use, fair use. And let me play the video.
A 7-month-old baby was killed by a stray bullet in a shooting in Brooklyn, police say. The shooting is believed to be gang-related and the child an unintended victim, according to authorities.
There are no words that can mend the heartbreak this family is feeling now. A life that had barely begun was taken in an instant.
Police say the shooting happened after two men rode down a street on a moped and the passenger on the back of the vehicle fired at least 2 shots at a street corner where several adults and children were gathered. The infant was struck and taken to a hospital where they were later pronounced dead. No other injuries were reported. The moped fled the scene according to police and crashed into a car nearby. One of the men was injured in the crash and taken to a hospital, where he remains in police custody in connection with an unrelated investigation. The second suspect fled and remains at large.
Okay. So they went on a moped, 2 guys, and shot up in front of a grocery store. There was people outside, and one of the bullets was, a stray bullet hit the little, I think the baby was like 7 months old. So before we get to really talk about it, my boy did the same thing happened to him in 2013.
You got a huge gang problem.
Yeah, definitely. Rest in peace to that girl. Yeah, there's gangs, but it's like, how do gangs move? Like, how do you just get on a moped and just start shooting? Like, you don't have a target? You don't know how to shoot a gun?
Gangs always been stupid to me. They don't do
Exactly.
gang
Followers, right?
There's no gangs here in Florida. They don't do stupid shit like that.
There's no gangs in Florida.
Nope.
There's no gangs in Florida?
Nope. I mean, you got like people in neighborhoods, you got little crews, people that you grew up with, but there ain't no gang.
Right. That's how it is in New York. It used to be blocks. Like, it wasn't like a gang thing.
Yeah, then they start bringing that blood and Crip stuff over there.
Yeah. I don't know when that happened, but yeah. Yes, they have gangs in Florida. What gangs do they have in Florida, Fulana? Because I'm not familiar, and I guess Herbie is not being honest. How Fulana know when you saying there ain't no... Fulana don't even live in Florida.
Tell Fulana, what are the gangs? What gangs they got in Florida?
Let me find out.
What gangs they got in Florida, Fulana?
But you're right about the Bloods and the Crips coming to New York before. No, but New York had gangs like in the 70s and before that. And then in the 80s, the Zulu Nation, but that was like one, and there wasn't like a bunch of gangs or anything like that, Blood, Crips, GDs, Latin King, and Trinitarios. That's like now, but not before. It wasn't really like that.
None of those gangs exist in Florida. No Trinitarios, no Latin Kings.
DDP, yeah, that's my time.
None of those gangs exist in Florida.
Oh, and the Zopounds. Okay, the Zopounds, that's Florida.
No. I know y'all brought up Zopound. No, Zopound is not really a gang.
Hey, old hat. What do you mean they're not a gang? They are a gang.
They're a crew that people that got together to rep their Haitian flag. They will tell you they're not a gang. They don't do no gang colors or none of that shit. The only flag they wear is the Haitian flag, but they are not a gang.
So they're not a criminal syndicate?
Yeah, they're that, but they're not a gang.
But why do they call them this? What you call it, Zopounds? So why they call them Zopounds if they're not a gang? They are a gang. Yeah, they're a gang. You're making her talk ghetto now. She's getting upset. They a gang.
Would you call the mob a gang?
Because they're just organized. That's why they call them organized gangsters.
They don't even like that term. You'll call them a gang. They'll look at that as
they're organized. Yes, see what she said, like the mafia. They're organized. What? So if you just got some order, you're not a gang. What do you call them if you're organized? Let me show another video. Irby. I think Irby's upset. He's not really talking. No, he's on another stream again. It was like that beat up 6ix9ine in the gym. I saw 6ix9ine. I think he got out of jail, right? Did he just get out of jail, Irby? 6ix9ine? I saw something real quick, some video.
Yeah.
This flake just got out of jail.
He was showing that how he got an autograph from Maduro.
They put on some stupid chain on his neck. That's all I saw, and I was like, he's just such a payaso. He's such a clown.
Ain't he Dominican?
Hell no.
Oh, who does that?
He's Mexican, I think.
Oh,
fake ass Melena, right? That he wears like wigs and stuff like that. Hold on. Let me play another video. Let me play another video that's related to this. Oh, I'm gonna show what happened in the store. They blurred out what they needed to blur out, but I'm gonna show what happened in the store. Then I'm gonna play the last video after that.
Take a look again at this exclusive video we obtained a few blocks away on Manhattan Avenue and Siegel Street. The two suspects speed away from the scene and they crash into an incoming car. They get thrown off from the moped, and then just a few moments later, you see them driving off. Take a look again at this.
Don't they look stupid? Come on, man. So you can't hit your target. You don't know how to ride the moped. You get into a freaking accident. One got caught, and I guess he's in the hospital or something like that. But he's in police custody in the hospital, and the other one they're still looking for, supposedly. Like, how stupid is that, Irby?
I tell you, the gang's always been stupid to me.
Okay, I'm playing one more video. This is the sad part because this is when they were inside the store. Make sure it's the right video. That was so sad. That's so sad. Rest in peace to the little girl, like Don Armando said, but that is super sad. Hey, Trooper69, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope everybody hit that like button. Dumb and perked out. You think they were on perks? Drugs is not an excuse. They were just stupid and they had no. I mean,
you never put RICO charges on these gangs.
Yeah, it's a damn shame. Yep, but it's like, okay, you called you said the Zoe Pound isn't like a gang, I guess, because they're organized like the mafia, right? So the mafia has protocols set in place. Like these young kids don't. They just buy ammo from wherever they get it from, and they just do dumb-ish. Like there's no like if me and you in a gang supposedly, Irby, and we're gonna go after I don't know Fulana's boyfriend or something. Are we gonna plan it out and how we're gonna go about it and where's it gonna be at and make sure no how they say no women and children or let's not do it in broad daylight where we could be what I'm saying, and let's have an exit plan in the event that something happens and we almost get caught. You go here, I go there. We do what I'm saying, like you don't plan stuff out. You just go ahead and do it, just like this Pooh Icy dude.
Yeah, and they don't get no repercussions to the actions.
And they weren't even part of a gang. Like, come on, man. Like, as old as I am, I've never been in a gang, but it's just like if I would ever to get to that point to want to do something criminal, like it has to be thought out, like because you don't do stuff to get caught, right?
Right.
And if you get caught, you like you think about it, like
that's why they always had to use like snitches and informants to catch a crime syndicate.
Right, because you don't do things to get caught. So it's like I'm not gonna plan it out and what could worst case scenario be, like if I do get caught, like what am I gonna if I get caught doing this, am I willing to do X amount of years? Like what I'm saying? And if it's more than 10, like now, if it's more than 5, like no, I'm not doing that like that because if I get caught, I don't want to do 10 to life, 20 to life or something crazy. Now these two dum-dums are gonna be going to jail for a long time because the little girl got deleted. Like that. I don't know. That's the dumbest crap.
Jason might go to prison for life. They had a kidnapping charge on him. They got kidnapping charges.
Who he kidnapped?
I see. Once they basically had them in hostage because they stand by the door to prevent Gucci and them from leaving. But they consider that kidnapping.
Wow, that's a federal charge then.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Damn. Oh my God, that's what I'm saying. All this to get out of
he just got out of federal prison.
I mean, make your music, make your money, and get out. Like these artists, like who was tied in for like 10 albums? Was that LL Cool J? Like, there's people who sign these crazy contracts and they deal with it. Like, Come on, man. He's the founder of Chopper Gang. Okay, I don't know what that is. I guess you talk about Pooh Shiesty. I don't know what that is. He's founder of Chopper Gang. But come on, man. Well, I guess he got out of jail, and he he did it with his father, so he got no money, so he couldn't get an attorney. But see, if an attorney knows he can win something and win some money out of it, they would have taken his case and then, try to get him out of it. It's Gucci Mane who is Swan Blood, whatever that is. All I know is what's blood in New York. Blood in New York is Brim. Is it Brim in New York? So that's a sector of a gang in New York. It's not that easy. But I'm saying, okay, so if it's not that easy, if you try that legal route and you can't get out of it, then you're just stuck in, make your music, or try to put something out there. They will drag it for years. But try to put, why doesn't, I don't know. Is he that good that man just don't want to let him go?
Let me ask you a question. Since you come from that era, you're a little older. How did Easy handle that situation with Suge and Jerry Heller and all of them?
Okay, Irby, I get it, but this is not back in the 80s or the 90s. I mean, now your generation ain't built for all of that. Your generation, ECE was a real thug. I mean, I don't know. These kids that get locked up and do the stupid ish, they're not built for none of that. Because they do stupid stuff. That doesn't make no sense, Irby. That doesn't make no sense. I mean, I don't know. Doesn't make no sense. Bloods in NYC used to be UBN. West Coast is Brim. Oh, West Coast is Brim. Okay, Stones and Pyro. But I heard about Brim in New York when it comes to Bloods. Eazy-E was Kelly Park. Damn. Okay. Oh, he was a Crip. He wasn't a Blood. I don't know. I mean, they said on TLC. TLC when they were guns.
That Crip shit is even stupid shit to me because they got Crips fighting with other Crips. Rolling 60s don't like the 8 Trey Crips and Nutty Block Crips. So bullshit.
Well, that's crazy. Hi, Nicole Bella. How are you? Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Irby. I always thought gangs were for people who just they like to be a follower,
Yeah.
Brim in New York City party. Yeah, that's what I
like. I kind of like New York and how it was in the 80s with the Supreme Team, and they was all about just making money, for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a Queens gang, but see, they still controlled areas, right? Like blocks and stuff like that. So, yeah, and it was who was making the most money. I'm doing great, thank you. That's good to hear, Bella. But
y'all still had the Outposts in the world, and Nicky Barnes and Frank Lucas. Yeah,
right, but they weren't running. They would. Okay, it was the drugs actually, right? Who got drugs from who? That's really who it was, and who was making the most money. But they didn't have people. They didn't recruit people to be part of like a gang per se. So I think the gangs were prior to the 80s. NYBB, a New York Blood Brim Army is what card? Oh, okay. But I think I heard it before her. But yeah, okay. Jim Jones, 9 Trey. Jim Jones still in the gang? No way. Please tell me Jim Jones is not still in the gang. Is Jim Jones like 50 something already?
They call him an old YN.
He shouldn't be proud to be even. He needs to stop. And Hell Row is Mac Balla. Jim don't live in the South. I know he don't. He moved back, right?
You see how girls get jumped in the game? That's even more stupid.
Yeah, I couldn't. I don't know what your environment has to be like or your upbringing for that. He does live. His mama still lives in the suburb. Autocorrect. Oh, okay. I know his mother does. I think she still lives where she always lived at, right, Fulana? I used to see his mother all the time. She's a nice woman. Females used to be seed and okay, that's what you call it. Yeah, I think it's dumb for girls to do that too. It's even worse for girls to do that, Irby. He still is, but not in that house. Yes, both. Okay. But not in that house. I thought that's the house that they foreclosed on. So yeah, I think it's worse for girls, Irby. To me, like, why would a girl want to be in the gang? You could say your man's in the gang, right? You know, your boyfriend or whatever, but the girls actually be in the gang and then jumped in. They gotta get jumped in like guys too. That's stupid. And what do you get out of being in the gang? Another one. Oh, okay. What you got to be? Oh, you don't know, right, Irby? Like, what's the purpose of being in the gang? What do you get out of it?
In prison.
His mom was one of the first millionaire in the 80s crack era. Whose mom was the first millionaire in the 80s crack era? It wasn't Jim Jones' mom. Oh, Sexton? I'm going back and forth. Some females got Sexton. Get out of here. That's what... Yeah, that sounds dumb. That sounds so dumb. That sounds so lame. Yeah. Jim Jones' mom. I don't know. You sure about that, Don? I don't know. She if Jim Jones is a young YN, you know, she's young at heart too, though. She don't look like a kid, but she's definitely young at heart. And I think her boyfriend is about your age too, Irby. You heard that, Fulana?
Oh, Jim Jones' mother like younger men?
Yeah. She from the streets. I know she's from the streets in the Bronx, but I didn't think she was like, you know, let me see. Jim Jones' mommy. No way.
And she's older. She's retired.
She got to be in her 60s, like late 60s.
She has an IG.
Oh, here comes Don. Who has IG? Jim. Yes, I follow her.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, Don. How are you?
What's up, Don?
How you doing?
Hey, I'm all right. How you? Nah, what I was trying to say, because I'm actually gonna be here for a short time, is that Jim Jones said in an interview that his mother was one of the first millionaires during the 80s crack era, you know, selling that product. And the main reason why a lot of people ain't seeing is that why Jim Jones' mother and Chrissy Lampkin never got along is because Chrissy back in those days used to set up dudes. And since Jim Jones' mom knew the reputation, that's why there was always beefing, allegedly.
Jim Jones says he chased Mama Jones out of crack houses. Jim Jones says as a kid he had to look for Mama Jones. No, here it says that his mother was a crackhead. Here it says his mother was a crackhead. Let me see.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
well, TT, I'm about to be out, but thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for stopping by, and I look forward to your live stream.
All right.
Take care.
You see and Jim Jones still together?
I guess if you want to call it that. Firstly, it's revealed that Mama Jones had him at 17 and didn't see her much. He says because she was a child herself. Blah, blah, blah. Mama Jones tried to leave, but Jim grabbed his arm, wouldn't let him go. He tells Mama Jones that he didn't really mean to get her out of crack houses as a child. Yeah, she was a crackhead. He had to look for her in crack houses at 8 years old. She wasn't know. You would have heard about that. I mean, New York is huge, and people don't hear about, you know, the next door, the next block over drug dealer. But if she was making millions, you would have heard about her. No, the crackhead story sounds more likely, unfortunately.
Yeah, should have been got caught. I don't know no drug deal. From what all I've seen in the documentary, all the drug dealers from that era is either dead or in jail or in the witness protection program.
And they're mostly men because the one woman that I did hear about, I think she was from Queens or Harlem. They took her. She was in high school. They took her out like quick. Like she didn't last long. She made a lot of money in the 80s. I can't think of her name, but there was one young lady that was making a lot of bank on that, and they took her out. So no, I didn't hear about any women. I don't know, but okay.
You had some women down here that was involved in that shit.
Of course, Griselda Marcos. That's all I know about. Who else? Irby?
You know, a lot of people, a lot of women in Miami Gardens and Carroll City.
That making money that were making a lot of money?
Yeah.
Okay, when you say making money, you mean at what level? Because you're still living in the hood. If you're still living in the hood, then you're not really making that much money.
You're making decent money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like,
they're making decent money. Most of them got involved in drug wars and shit. So,
oh, that's. I wouldn't be built for that anyway.
One of the females crew members killed the leader, Trick Daddy's brother.
Oh yeah. I don't know when women get caught up in that's like man-ish, right? Like that's shit men do. Women shouldn't get so caught up in that. Like be there to spend that money, not like wanting to get all up in it. Like
when I see women get involved in that game, I think they seem to be worse. Griselda was worse, in my opinion, was worse than all the men.
But she was at she was at a certain level, right? She was at a different level though. Like, I know she didn't start off that way, but she was worse than men because she had to be worse than men. At the level that she was, at the way she was playing it, right? Because she played into it. Like she used to do small time stuff. She saw marijuana and then the cocaine thing. She was ambitious. I'll say that. She was ambitious.
I don't like Griselda, to be honest with you. I don't like her.
What is there to like though? She was she was a drug dealer. She recruited a lot of Marielitos that came from Cuba.
Most of her top hitters were Marielitos.
Yeah, I believe that. So, but I mean, I don't glorify it or condone it, but she was good at what she did. But I knew she was going to go out the way she did too. So you say in jail or dead, and usually when you're that big like that, you end up dead anyway. The only one who's not dead is Escobar, right? Is it Escobar? No, who's the Chapo? Who's the one that was trying to come back to the States?
Chapo?
Is he in the States? Is he in the States?
No.
No, yeah. Right? Okay. He is?
Yeah.
They let him in?
Yeah. So he won't break out this time. He broke out of Mexico prison the first time.
So he's in jail.
Yeah.
But who was it that was trying to get back in, or was it his family that was trying to come into the country?
It was his family, his wife.
Okay. See, I'm not too. I just know stuff here and there about that, but I'm not well versed on that ish. But
you're from the crack 80s New York,
Yeah, I mean, but Griselda Marcos was that's where they recruited from. Like, I know people from New York used to go to Florida to get their stuff and then come back, and the smart ones went straight to the supplier and got this shit. Came back.
Well, Meech is the only one that came out. He's the only one I see. He's out. Guy really died in prison, and really.
Well, but didn't he snitch?
Yeah, there's those allegations I heard.
It gotta be, because that's what I'm trying to say. So when you end up dying, doing a lot of time, then they end up taking you out anyway because you know too much. I think that's when you're not snitching, but you know too much, so they don't want you to snitch. But like you just said, Freeway Ricky, right? Yeah, didn't he snitch? What about the other one? The one that was his son was with 50 Cent.
Freeway Ricky is snitch, but nobody don't want to. I don't know why nobody don't want to say it, but any snitch about the Iran, he was getting his stuff from the government contracts.
Really?
I mean, he
was a Frank Lucas Jr., huh? International. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, but he must have been like an informant then too. Yeah, because they don't.
the movie, the TV show Snowfall is half based on him. Well, it's basically based on him. They just told the story without him. They just changed the name.
Yeah, I gotta go back and watch it because I never finished the whole series. Yeah, I think he's an informant. What about the other guy, the Big Meech, right?
That allegation that he told. I think he told on another dealer in Missouri.
How much time did he do?
20.
Oh, I don't think that's unless he deleted somebody. I don't think that's a lot of time. He probably didn't snitch.
Allegedly, he deleted somebody, but he never been proven to delete. He killed. Allegedly, he deleted Wolf.
Who?
Wolf. Did he? Wolf.
Oh, it was him. Allegedly.
Yeah. So he got into a big fight with BMF at Atlanta.
Right. Yes. Didn't they say that Diddy set that up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I heard about that. Okay, so I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know the connection. Okay. Interesting. All right, Irby. Enough about drug dealers and gangs. Let me go to the next video. Let me see. Hold on. I wanted to go now to. Oh, maybe I can get Fulana pissed off. Let me see. I know this always pisses her off.
Politics.
Yeah, but this particular subject will piss her off. Okay, yeah, let me go to this one.
Just to clarify, is the public going to learn the identities of the men who abused the girls with the information that you're releasing? And if not, why not? And then I have a quick follow-up.
I mean, you just baked in an assumption into your question that I have never said and I don't know to be true. Is the public going to learn about men that abuse these girls? Like, what does that mean? I mean, I don't understand what that means.
Well, I mean, they're the men who abused the young women through Epstein's
Look, we said in July, and it remains as true today as it was in July. If we had information, we meaning the Department of Justice, about men who abused women, we would prosecute them, right? We talked about the work that we're doing. That's why I said that. I said this earlier. There's this built-in assumption that somehow there's this hidden tranche of information of men that we know about that we're covering up or that we're choosing not to prosecute. That is not the case. I don't know whether there are men out there that abuse these women. If we learn about information and evidence that allows us to prosecute them, you better believe we will. But I don't.
I can't believe. I can't believe what he's saying. That's how you know, allegedly, that Trump is in there. And there's so many high-profile people in it because how they're saying all this crap in our faces. Like, how can you say if we knew? You think we're not going to say it? Like, then what's the big deal?
You rambling. It was rambling.
Yeah, that's a word salad. Like, you pushed homegirl out because you knew she was going to testify. So, okay, I got that. But and I didn't know that this guy was his personal attorney. This is like. I know. I guess you don't want to hear about politics, Irby, but it's like the plot. Okay, it's stale. It's at a standstill because nobody wants to speak on it. But I just don't get it. He said a lot others are 100% are guilty. He and a lot others. Yeah. But it's like, okay, you. He substituted this guy in there so that he can do, because he must be a way better attorney than Pam Bondi because he's going to play the game. I mean, they're supposed to be coming up to testify or to speak on that. I think sometime this week coming up. So it's like, I don't know. I can't believe you're laughing, Fulani, because even now at this point now I'm getting frustrated because I'm just like, damn, like he just said if there was something in there he would say it. So. There has to be something in there. They mentioned the girls that testified that they were, done dirty in that thing. How can you not mention that? How can he just sit there and tell us tell the public that? Like, how can we just sit there and listen to it, like, and nobody do anything about it? I don't.
If there are midterms in the Congress flip, you think you're gonna get any? You're gonna get any? How would I bring this? How would I say this?
He might as well say it, yeah, because Trump's approval rating is already like it tanked already. So he on every subject of what's going on in this country, he just sucks at it when it comes to look at the oil, look at the war, the gas prices, the ICE thing.
You think he's gonna get impeached?
He's trying to control midterm elections, and I have a feeling he will, because his approval rating sucks, and everything he's trying to do, he's not making it better for himself. And then now they're saying some crap about mail-in ballots and something about it having a barcode on the envelope, and the dude that was talking about it too, he's another one who's in the files. Like, I can't think of his name right now. But they're trying to control voter election. That doesn't sound right either. That sounds like you got something to hide, because you're gonna lose.
I'm not gonna really complain until the midterm. If I see in the midterms he lose the Congress, he lose the Senate, that's when I want to see if people start getting impeached. Everybody in his administration start getting impeached, including him.
But he's moving people around. I don't know why. Like, why did he put Pam Bondi as Attorney General? Why did he put Kristi Noem as head of?
Fired them. They got fired.
Right, he ended up firing them, but why did he put them there in the first place?
Cronyism. Well, he put Pam Bondi because the connection here in Florida. I think she didn't prosecute the Trump when he did that fraudulent Trump University shit.
Yeah, but she's like small. She's kind of small time. She wasn't qualified to be Attorney General.
She's an idiot.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Kristi Noem wasn't qualified to be part of the Department of Homeland Security.
I don't know about Kristi Noem. Here in Florida, did they just see an R under your name? Certain people, they just mark you down. They wrote down ballots here.
Wow. No, boy. Yeah, they're playing chess, but they're playing chess with real.
She got co-signed by the senator here and the governor here.
They must look stupid. You saw my videos, Irby. You saw her theatrics, because she was being. The only attorney I knew that used to put on theatrics was John Gotti's attorney, but even he had some decorum about himself.
I know who you're talking. I seen him in the documentary. No,
he's the one that made me want to become an attorney. He did.
Smart. Bruce Cutler, he's smart. Pam Bondi's dumb. Pam Bondi's just dumb.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I never seen an attorney. I was like, wait. She's Attorney General? I never seen an attorney put on a show the way she did. That was crazy.
If you want to see DEI, she's the definition of DEI.
Yes, and Christy asking for privacy rights. Now I bet she is with her husband. What the heck was her husband doing, yo? Is he a cross-dresser? Is he just a freaky dick? You know what I'm saying? Like, that is so embarrassing. Or is that like I put my conspiracy theory hat on, saying that was a ritual for her, they're like, you better shut up.
I just cannot understand a party that's anti the alphabet people, but they have a lot of zesty people in their party.
and after I saw him with them boobs, he's starting to look kind of zesty to me too. I'm just like, is she his beard or what? But they've been married forever. They've been married for a long time. So I don't get it. It's just weird. Everything that's going on is weird. And then I'm gonna get to the next person who's probably on a chopping block, because I'm like, it's either gonna be his last name is not Patel, right? What's his name? What's the Indian dude's name? Oh my god, it just left me. Mr. F around and find out. Cash Patel. Yeah, he is a Patel. It's either gonna be him or Pete, the Secretary of Defense. It's going to be one of those two. Who do you think is going to go down first, Irby? Or do you even watch?
Cash.
You think it's going to be Cash?
Yeah.
Because I had a video of him, the one that they keep showing him dancing to that stupid music, but I'm like, that doesn't even look like him, because you can't clearly see his face.
No, there's some emails got leaked by Iran.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want to see, but I didn't get to really find anything on that. And I'm not surprised. Yo, Iran. Oh my God, Irby. Iran. It's like, the president is telling us one thing, and what's really going on is something else. It has nothing to do with what he's talking about. You heard about the airman that they captured?
No.
See, and I ran up on this video, Irby, like before, because I fell asleep before I was supposed to go live. I set my alarm clock, and I was like, "Oh my god, I didn't even hear about this because they're not pushing this in the social media about that airman." Did you hear about that airman, Fulana Patel? Yep, you think he's next, Fulana Patel? I got the video. Let me play the video with the guy that got caught in Iran. Let me put my fair use thing here. Hold on. Where's my fair use thing here? Okay. Let me play this video. Sorry.
US forces are still searching for a missing airman after a fighter jet was shot down on Friday over the south of Iran. The pilot of that jet has been recovered alive in what is clearly a complex search and rescue operation involving US planes and helicopters flying low over the south of the country. But the other member of that crew remains unaccounted for. The US is clearly taking great risks to find them, but they're not the only ones searching. Iranian authorities have offered a reward equivalent to £50,000 for any civilian that can capture that airman alive. And we understand that the Iranian security services have sealed off an area of the region that they are searching. Now, if they get there first, that could present a huge military and political headache for the Trump administration. President Trump has said this incident will not affect negotiations with Iran. But that could quickly change if this airman is captured. That is something that could have a significant effect on public opinion in the US. US forces are still searching.
This happened yesterday, I believe, Irby. And hold on, there's a video that shows that supposedly Iran took him. Look. So supposedly they got him. So Iran allegedly shot down their plane, or not allegedly, they did it. And supposedly that one of them got away, and they're trying to. One of them got away, and they're trying to, I guess, locate him now. Huh?
My first time hearing about this.
I just heard. You got it? I just heard about it. Yes. I just heard about it about 2 hours ago, and I'm like, man, they're not pushing that out. But Trump says that his but that situation that happened isn't going to stop anything with regards to the Strait of Hormuz and them wanting to to keep going at it with Iran. I'm like, yo, is he crazy? He's crazy. That now this is going to get real. Now, okay, this will be the straw, I think, that breaks the camel's back. I already told you how his approval rating is going through, going to caca. So now, if he doesn't handle this situation correctly, and his Secretary of Defense, which he changed it to the Secretary of War, it's going to be really bad for both of them. I've seen Peter getting fired next, and Trump at the midterm elections is not looking good. He said 4 months ago that it wasn't looking good for him, and everything that he's done ever since has just made it worse. It's just made it worse. So I got a video with a Navy SEAL talking about
That's only 5 minutes in. I already got a headache from this.
Okay, well, I got one more video, so you get 5 more minutes to get another headache from it. But okay, so you got a headache from it because what? It's getting ridiculous. Because that's what I'm saying. Like this is scary times. That's why I titled it, because it's they're pulling us into a situation we don't need to be into, and then they're trying to make a huge war. This is not like going in and like what they did with Maduro. Hold on a second.
Special Ed running the country, and I'm not even talking about the rapper. It's crazy.
Okay. So, what did you say, Irby? I'm sorry.
I said you got special ed running the country, and I'm not even talking about the rapper.
Yo, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's so horrible. And
I'm not a fan of Kamala or Hillary, but you can't tell me they wouldn't be running a better thing than this.
the way it's going now, it seems like they would have definitely did a better job. You know, I think it was Lord that was here before that said that they didn't want a woman running the country, but it seems like with what's going on now, there's so many situations that he's pulled us in less than 24 months. It's like crazy. It's like crazy. Hold on a second, Irby. My bad, Irby. What the hell was I talking about? Yeah, he did a lot. He put us in a real mess. Huh?
Somebody asked him about daycare and college debt. He said that's not his job. He was saying that's not his job to pay attention to that. That's the state's job.
Mm-hmm. And then he wants Congress to, he wants $1.5 trillion to be put into defense. He wants to spend trillions on a war. He wants to go out like a war president. He wants to. I don't know. They're naming something after him in Florida. DeSantis is naming. You know.
Oh my God!
Trump sees this like it's.
Brought that up. I know.
You heard about it?
Somebody's library.
Yeah, like come on. No, he wants like this building with his name. He wants to go down like as the best president in history, but he's doing so many bad things right now. What Fulana said, putting his name on everything but a death certificate. Fulana's crazy. I mean, it's getting really bad, Fulana. He really wants to push this country into a war that we can't afford to be in, and nobody's really going to support him in that. Nobody's going to support him in that. There was a parents of one of the soldiers that passed away. He was an African American soldier, and his father was like that he didn't have to start this war for oil. You got Maduro. That's what I'm saying. It's not like when he went into Venezuela, right? You just went to Venezuela, took over, boom. This is like you're dealing with people who have money, who have resources, who can go toe to toe with you. And I don't know, it's not going to look good. And then all the other countries don't want to play ball. Spain didn't let them use their bases. Spain, France.
What's the thing about it? How are they going to pick a jury? How are they going to pick a jury for the Maduro trial? I already know this shit is going to be rigged against them, but how do you pick this jury?
What's crazy is what did Maduro do that's worse than what the president is doing now? You know, and he's not pressed on Cuba either. Otherwise, he would have been. Cuba's right there. If you had such a powerful defense and all that, you could have been just went in there and ransacked, took what's his name, Canel out. He could have just took him out. Why he's not doing it? I'm still contemplating in my head, trying to figure out why he's not doing it. Send Barron, Maduro, crappy. Yeah, that's why I wish he would send Barron. He thinks he's funny and they like him. I don't know. I wish they would send his son first because, I got a kid and I don't want my kid to go. You starting a war that's like for no reason. I can understand, God forbid, if if something happened here, then you send the troops there. But that's not even the case. What happened?
Hey, he's 21. Oh, they're gonna draft him.
Before it was if he was if you have an only child, the only son, they wouldn't take him, and that's where he falls in. But they're trying to switch all that up though. But I heard they're trying to switch that up, like it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't have any more kids, and he's the only boy, so that would be, that might work in his defense. I mean, if they still keep it that way. Okay, Ohead says Jack and whole countries violating so many laws, it's going to be a punishment. Yeah, but are we going to get punished? Like, he's putting us in a situation where I think, like with Iran, I mean, I'm not well versed on that, Ohead, but I think he's barking up the wrong tree. Like, that's why I said Maduro was easy. I don't know why Cuba don't seem just as easy, because he could have just did that. We could have done Maduro first, and then the following week did Cuba. Why he didn't do it like that? He went all the way across the world to deal with a country who.
And Cuba is with China.
See, it's not that hasn't been put out in the open. If China and Russia are really like, helping them out. But you see Putin sent stuff over there. He just, oh yeah, let him do it. Why are you saying let him do it? But you were so hard bent on Maduro. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. I don't know. Everything he's doing doesn't make sense. I want to see what these midterm elections are going to look like. Melania might leave Trump in 5 years. She might leave before that. Russia and China is why he can't do Cuba. So it is a definite. I know Russia, but I didn't know if China was really pulling in there, because he can't beat them. No congressional approval.
Definitely was China.
No congressional approval by law. Trump has 60 days to make it make sense. I think he has less than that, because it's not making sense at all, old head. He's not making sense at all what he's trying to do. But I'm going to because Irby's going to have a bigger headache, because I want to put on this video with this Navy SEAL talking about what happened with that airman.
Oh, man, don't get me started on the Navy.
Okay, here we go. Then I'll give you something to talk about. Let me play this video. Hold on.
Put yourself in this scenario. You just ejected from an aircraft at the speed of sound. You probably landed hard because you're in a round chute in a chair, probably injured to some extent. You got to get off the X. That's the terrain right there. Wide open, remote mountain regions. Where are you going to go? Your landing area is compromised because a plane crashed, and anyone that doesn't like America is coming to get you fast. We just saw, within an hour, Iran posted a huge bounty on this pilot. Yeah, I don't exactly know. We know the area, but we don't know exactly where this pilot landed. But this is pretty much what the terrain is like. We showed you that. It's in a region with as many as 1,000 militants, at least somewhat en route to come get you. We already know from the pictures of the Iranian media, the debris that they have found, that they found the crash site pretty fast. Now, this pilot probably has a pistol, some water, some sort of beacon. Hopefully the radio survived their ejection, but now you're in a land where literally anyone might be an enemy. There are no friends. In a perfect scenario, if not injured, this pilot can move maybe 15 to 20 minutes at a mile. But I mean, you got to move, okay? Because you're not going to hold out that speed for very long in this terrain. It's almost 100 degrees during the day. But ultimately, that outer circle you see there, you need to get 4 miles away from this crash zone to have any semblance of security, and you got to move fast. That's why in BUDS and SEAL training, every Monday morning, 4-mile timed run, because that's the distance. Like, I'm not going to get into the tactics that pilot's employing, because that part of training is pretty classified for a good reason. But you're alone. You're trying to invade an entire army that's really motivated to find you. Anyone who's been through SEER school, probably watching this right now, you guys know the multitude of factors here. It's pretty uneasy. You can't transmit on an open radio frequency because it's being monitored. You have limited battery life, and you have a tractor, but again, you're limited to battery on that, so you usually have predetermined windows that you transmit on. The good news is it got dark pretty quickly. Okay, it's like 2 in the morning, I think, right now in Iran. And we own the night. This pilot definitely knows we're coming. Probably can even hear the planes above their head. So we got drones with IR sensors. We probably have AC-130 gunships in the region. That pilot is out there, and we are going to find them. This is the universal code of soldiers, and what concerns me is we've gone at it alone. I have seen no evidence of any offers from our allies here.
He loves the Constitution.
No offers from the allies.
No, the British said no, French said no, Norway said no. None of these people want to get involved. The UN said hell no.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, they're saying, okay, the UN is not helping us out, and we cover all these countries, blah blah blah. Yeah, they're not doing it for free, right? Like, one hand washes the other with that. But it's like you want to start a world war. So it's like we're not going to risk losing lives for your ego. It seems like almost like it's an ego trip. It's not even. None of that was necessary. The supposed nukes that were there, supposedly they didn't even do anything with that. And this Navy SEAL, well, he said that nothing's been going on. I don't think they're going to be able to get him out. Let's see. Hopefully he doesn't.
I don't believe that news. That news channel. It's a right-wing news channel.
You don't believe him?
No, it's a right-wing news channel.
Okay, so you don't believe nothing he said. You don't believe in supposedly the training that they got and what he needs to do to at least secure himself for enough time for them to actually be able to go in there and get him out, which I don't think they're going to be able to go in there.
No, they're not. They're not going to be able to get him out. They probably need to. Most part is this family probably going to have to negotiate with the Iran government, but I heard they're not allowed to do that.
Oh, the families aren't, because Iran is offering $60,000 to anybody who can find them alive. So they run the desert, so it'll be easy for somebody to go find them if they haven't already. And he said it the way he went down. He's hurt, so that means that he's not even trying to escape on full capacity. He's he has to get at least 4 miles away with, I don't know what was the time frame he put on there, but I don't see none of that happening. And I see them getting at him real soon if they haven't already. I think Iran, I think that, me too, Falana. I think they will.
If they find them, then what happens?
They're gonna torture them. They're gonna put them on TV like they usually. You never seen those? That would be before your time, right? Every time these Middle Eastern people used to get people like that, they would put them on the TV, and if you don't do what we say, blah 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 blah. It seems like a movie. I swear, I feel like I'm talking about a movie.
Sound like Rambo.
It doesn't seem real. It really doesn't seem real, and it's scary. Wow. So you don't believe anything he says? I mean, he's a former Navy. I mean, he was a Navy SEAL for almost 10 years. And he's into political commentary now. Trump is giving people. One thing I could say, he's giving people a lot to talk about. Because I never get
into political commentary now.
Yeah, I never give two fuck about politics. Yeah, and he's making a name for himself. He's not on CNN, but
The people I've seen talk about politics, I would have probably thought they would never talk about politics. That's going to be the new gender wars, politics.
You think so? This gender war, they're not even worrying about politics. They're not even worrying about politics. So I don't know. But it's spooky. I know that this is just something for me to talk about and just to speak my opinions, because I'm so shocked with what's going on. But I know that my opinion isn't going to move anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing's going to happen with that. Like, I feel that the elections are rigged anyway. Even when people do go out to vote, maybe let's say 30 or 40% of it isn't.
I mean, you in Texas, it doesn't really It doesn't really matter if you go vote in Texas. Y'all super red over there.
I'm not talking like I'm just talking about, like, I feel like the government, they control at least 65 to 75% of the votes. I don't know. That's how I feel personally. I don't feel like.
Well, honestly, Israel has no boots on the ground.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's going to affect change. Maybe Texas, because Texas is huge, and maybe they have a more to make an impact. But I haven't really heard.
Oh look, Texas is a super red state. Feels up to
Yeah, but I think that they're swaying though, because I don't think they really agree too much with Trump either. I think Trump,
no,
Texas is super red, but Texas is
super red, gun-toting rednecks over there. They love Trump over there.
No. I think you got that wrong, Irby.
Except for the blacks and the Mexicans. They're not the majority though.
No, I think even the white people, because it's affecting everybody. Everything's going up. Everything's going up. Gas is going up. I have to go get gas because the last time I got it, it was I think it was almost $3.99. I was like, damn, it did go up. But since I work from home, excuse me, I don't drive too far. A tank of gas lasts me a long time.
Well, they say Florida's a swing state. I don't even have faith in Florida is going to do the right job.
Not with your governor. Nah, your governor. He's Trump. Although if he can climb up into Trump's ass, he would.
Marco Rubio's Senate seat is up.
Is it? That's another one I think they need to get out too. I get tired of hearing them, and I don't know why they're talking about they're gonna take over Cuba. They want to position him in Cuba. I'm like, how do you just give somebody a position like that? Like, don't you think? Excuse me. If they were able to take Cuba and take down the leaders in there, then wouldn't they put another Cuban that's from Cuba in there, not this dude? Like, why would they even consider that? Let's see, Dunham, they voted for him, Republicans. Yeah, Texas. Yeah, we know that. Everybody that voted for him, Fulana, a lot of people are having regrets about voting for him. And 50% Trump Latino supporters are. Yep. Well, like I said, that's why his approval rating has gone down, because you can't tell me that all those Latinos that voted for him are still, they're for him now with the approval. So, hey, Ramon.
They don't made a song for him here. I will vote for Donald Trump.
Yeah, they're not making no more songs. How are you? Do you have a tan, Ramon?
Hey, what's up?
How about that? Yeah, actually, yes, I did have a chance to get a tan. I went to the beach a couple of times when I was over at the DR. So
nice.
Yeah. It's just that I won't be, since I don't have a beach where I'm at. I'm not gonna be able to sustain it. I mean, it's like over here the weather is
the sun is not strong enough.
No, the sun is not right now. Not right now. Of course, later, like in June, it might get better, but but right now it's actually chilly today over here.
Yeah, because we had all that rain. Did you guys have rain?
Yes, we have quite a storm. It happened. It was in the wee hours of the morning. It happened that I was awake, so I saw it. And it downpour. It poured.
Yes, so like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why when it rains in Texas, it's like the heavens are opening up? Like it's
in the same part of Texas.
Huh?
You're in the same part of Texas, Vermont?
No, we're not. But I'm surprised that we're not though.
No, we're some distance away.
We're a couple of hours away. That's why I'm like. That's why actually did it rain over there, because usually
it rained over here too. But I think it was a little bit after you. So that the clouds moved to where I'm at, and it dumped a whole bunch of rain. And there is one of my walls. That is one of my walls that actually water seeped in, and one of my walls is still a little bit wet because it rained.
Yeah, because the houses and the apartments aren't made. They're not made for that kind of weather. They're just
they're not made. They're not made to be hermetically.
All weather. Yeah, and then we don't have no water over here. That's the only thing I don't like about Texas. Like I can't just get in my car and go to the beach.
Yeah.
Even though you can't compare it to DR anywhere in the Caribbean, but at least I was able to go to a beach, even if it was like an hour and a half away. But here, there's nothing but the Gulf, and the Gulf is
Yeah. I've been to Galveston. I mean, it wasn't very inspiring. It didn't look great.
Oh, I know for you for sure. I mean, I'm from New York, so the waters are kind of murky there, but I was still able to go. But here is worse.
Yeah. They try to sell it as this tourist destination, but Galveston, it's not. It has a shoreline, yes, but it's nothing appealing, nothing that you really want to look at.
Not that I do. Not that I do.
So.
So what's going on?
Chica, no, nothing much. I mean, it's kind of chilly tonight. Yesterday was actually quite nice and warm and humid, but when it started raining, it stayed chilly. It's chillier today too. But aside from that, I'm still kind of recovering from from my trip. When it comes to my stomach, I'm better now.
Okay, so what do you think about what we were talking about? Did you get to see the last video? I think I played the Navy SEAL.
No, I just tuned in. I didn't see the video.
So we're talking about the airman that his plane got struck down in Iran, and they're trying to locate him now. This happened yesterday. This happened yesterday.
Okay. The last thing I heard about that is that they actually the pilot was actually in custody. The Iran has him in custody. It's just that the media over here is not gonna say that. But my understanding is, because I try to look at kind of like independent sources and all. My understanding is that the pilot is in custody. There may have been two. There might have been two people on that plane, and one of them might not have made it. Maybe I'm mistaken on that. But,
no, there was two. Yeah, there was two.
But my understanding is that the other pilot is in. They have them. They have him in custody, and from my understanding, he may have been. They may interrogate him. I don't know if you mentioned something about torture. I don't know if they're going to be doing that, because again, you can't just go by what they show in the movies. But the guy they were invading the country, so they might have been in custody, in jail, going through some harsh interrogations and all. So yeah, you can count on that part. So that's the last I heard. It's just the mainstream media is not gonna tell you that. They're not gonna admit that somebody got captured. So
well, I didn't hear anything about it. I don't know. Right before I went to sleep, I was scrolling through Instagram, and I saw it, and I was like, "What? I didn't hear this." Like, if this happened yesterday, it would have been all over the news like everything else is. The birthright citizenship, Pam Bondi getting fired. Like they didn't.
Yeah.
About this at all.
Oh yeah.
And they haven't talked about Cuba either.
Yeah, there are things that they're not gonna tell us. The mainstream media is not gonna tell us. The administration is not gonna tell us. Like all the people that have already perished, have already died. They're not gonna tell us. They're gonna keep telling us that it's only been like 4 soldiers that have died. And since the beginning of the conflict or whatever, that it's only been 4 soldiers total. They're gonna keep telling us that, which is not true. I mean, there may have been several hundred people that may have service people that may have died already. Let's remember that there are a whole bunch of bases right there. Yeah. They have it on their doorstep right there. They already know where they are. And when the whole invasion started, when they started getting bombed, they started striking back at all of those bases. They have a whole bunch of bases right on their doorstep.
Yeah,
so they started hitting that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So that whole notion that only 4 soldiers have died and that was because of a malfunction or an accident, that's garbage. I mean, they're being shut down. Yeah.
I don't know. He wants a full-fledged war. He wants more money. He wants $1.5 trillion.
Yeah, to get Yeah, to waste the real waste, fraud, and abuse. The real waste, fraud, and abuse. You have it right there. You are seeing it. You are seeing it happen in real time. The real waste, fraud, and abuse that they were complaining about when it comes to the Biden administration. It was never nothing like that.
No, I mean,
so it's just to waste on more weapons, to waste giving away to Israel free money, free weapons to Israel, and just free stuff, more free stuff to the already very rich, and the rest of us to hell with us.
Look what Fulana said. They found him 13 minutes ago. Fulana, are you curious? Let me look why you keep talking.
Well, that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying, Fulana. We're gonna need confirmation on that because there are already kind of conflicting stories about that. So we'll see.
Okay. You think they're lying about that?
I think that they might be BSing us.
They said yes. The second Air Force crew member missing after the F-15E was shot down over Iran on Friday has been rescued safely in a major operation. The pilot was rescued shortly after the crash, while the second airman was found, I guess Sunday, local time, I guess they're ahead of us, was found Sunday after evading capture and following a firefight. Both crew members of the F-15E Strike Eagle are now safely out of Iran, according to officials. President Trump stated that the second airman sustained injuries but is expected to be fine. The rescue involved a large-scale effort by the U.S. Special Operations Forces to locate the missing airmen. The incident occurred during the ongoing conflict. Hold on, Ms. Irby. During an ongoing conflict that began in February of 2026. So supposedly they found. Wow, how fast was that? I don't know. What I don't know when that happens too. Al Jazeera, you heard it on. Okay, that's a credible source. Okay.
Usually they are. They are.
They're credible.
Well, okay.
I don't know because they are credible, but I'm just saying, just like the man that broke into Trump's Mar-a-Lago, he got shot and killed. You heard nothing else about that. Usually there's investigations.
Yeah.
Why? Where the person's from.
We never saw the guy. We never saw the body. We never saw an actual investigation. They say that. They say that somebody tried to break in and that the guy was killed on the spot. But we never saw the body. We never really saw the confirmation. It's like the whole thing with Epstein himself. Okay,
not even the local
himself, but we never.
Not even the local news media even spoke about it here because they just brushed it off onto the next news.
But that's big news. The president's home. That's big news, Urban. Like that's something that you'll keep playing it till you run it in the ground. Like we'll hear more about Gucci Mane and that guy you talking about more than that guy that broke into the president's home.
Yeah,
right. Just like the guy that. Go ahead.
That might have been BS.
I think it's BS, just like the guy that shot the president in the ear. BS.
Yeah, that was garbage, just like the whole thing with Charlie Kirk. And
yes, I was about to bring him up too. So it's like, come on now.
Too much garbage, too much bullshit.
It's too clean. That's like
it's too neat, too convenient. The version of the stories are too convenient. That they don't hold up to scrutiny, especially the whole thing with Charlie Kirk. That has been debunked. How that Kash Patel, that opportunist, Kash Patel said that supposedly the official version as to how Charlie Kirk was killed, people that actually know about guns have already debunked that.
Yeah, I saw a lot of videos on that. That sounds like, oh my god.
Now they say that weapon doesn't match the bullet.
Yeah, that's what they say now. Yes, right, Irby. Yep.
And also when it comes to the crime scene itself, how they basically clean all of the area and they laid down new concrete all on top of where the guy was killed. Basically, they destroyed the crime scene. All of that was intentional.
Right.
So they were never really gonna know what happened, and the cameras that were there that were recording all of that was disappeared like that immediately. But because there were cameras, there was a camera that was right behind the guy, and they immediately took that down and took the kind of like the card, the memory card, because it was like a digital video camera. They took the card and took it somewhere else immediately. So it's like, yeah, no, it still screams kind of set up, because there were people that remained too calm behind them, and they were like speaking on radios or cell phones. Yeah, it was a setup. It was a setup.
All of it. That's why even like when I heard about this airman, that's why I was like, let me keep looking for because I was like, oh, I didn't hear about that. And then you'd be afraid. I'd be afraid to download a video because it could be fake news. Like it could literally be fake news. That's why I was like, let me make sure that I'm, that what I'm downloading or what I'm going to speak about is actually, excuse me, actually something that's happening, because they're only telling us what they want us to know. Some of the stuff out there you can tell is completely fake.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta double check, but because the way because it sounds crazy, it sounds so crazy that sometimes you think it's fake.
Yeah.
And the funeral production, yes, and that's why she wants to.
Oh no, yeah. That funeral production, that was more like WWE, because of the introductions of the people. It was like you were watching a WWE introduction where they loud rocking music, and there was sports commentators with the headphones and the microphones, like it was some kind of sporting event, and they were making these entrances with fireworks, and like, what the hell is this? I mean,
and the way she was hooked up on the vice president.
Yes,
whether it was Erica Kerr or the so-called president, they were making these WWE entrances with music and fireworks, and this is supposed to be a funeral. It was a big circus. It was a big spectacle. No, nobody was taking that seriously. I mean, it was, and the thing is, you look at it, if you look into the timeline, like a couple of days, just like a couple of days later, you can look up Erica Kirk appearing on podcasts, laughing it up and making jokes, and not being really that distraught, not that sad, not feeling that bad about it. So and always, and when she will be talking, she will be feigning to be all emotional, but she was always drying the same eye.
Yeah, no tears.
A lot of crying without tears. You can look this up. I mean, I'm not demeaning her. I'm not talking shit about her.
She's the Antichrist to me. She's the Antichrist. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say something about her, Ramon, that I'm just like, oh.
Yeah. No, because we don't know. We don't know. We still don't know who the killer was. Okay, I know that there is this young guy who is the suspect. I don't think it was him.
No, well, when they were talking about the gun, right? They said that the kind of gun that supposedly was used to take him out would have been impossible for him to disengage it, right? Is that the wording? To disengage
to take it out and disassemble it, because it's a hunting. It was a hunting rifle that is a long gun, and it's difficult to disassemble it for cleaning. You can separate certain parts to clean it, but you can't disassemble it to a point where you can just fit it in a small backpack or something. It's not that kind of weapon.
And take off the way he did. In that amount of time, right? That they said that would have been impossible for him to do all that.
Yeah. There was talk that he disassembled the weapon, and then he reassembled the weapon, so they found the weapon assembled, and then he did a close change.
In 120 seconds.
He did all of that in a matter of seconds. I mean, it's just not making a lot of sense.
And he wasn't even a Navy SEAL. He wasn't even like a professional, right? He was just some random random guy who
21, 22-year-old, very, very skinny guy. And what Fulana is mentioning about the weapon, it was a hunting rifle. Allegedly a hunting bolt action that fired like a 30-06. That's a hunting bullet. That's a bullet that you use to to shoot down deer and elk and bears, not people. Because if he would have, if Charlie Kirk would have gotten hit, if
head blown off, right?
An actual,
big hole.
An actual, he had been hit by an actual 30-06 round. He would have been beheaded. He would have been beheaded. You will have seen his head rolling on the floor.
Yeah, the way they showed it, it looked like it was one of those sniper guns, right? Those silencers, like the ones. Is that what you call it?
It will have been a lower power, a caliber. It would have been a lower power, and maybe with a subsonic round, meaning that it wouldn't have made that much of a crack. Even when suppressed, because it's not like in the movies, that
that's what I'm thinking about, the silencer. That's why I said, it's one of those, would have been a quiet shot like what we saw.
You still hear something because it's actually suppressor. What they do is that they reduce the decibels, but you still hear something. You're still
going to use that from that range. That's where he was supposedly at, right?
You could have because that hunting, it was a hunting rifle that you can use at a distance, definitely. But it didn't have a suppressor on it. You will have hear like a really big boom, and Charlie Kirk will have lost his head completely. He wouldn't have made a little nice hole, and then he will have started to bleed so profusely. There are questions that are being asked about it. Like he might have been hit with something from the back, but whatever the autopsy and all, a lot of stuff is being suppressed. It's being kept from the public. There are things that we're not gonna know anytime soon. So. Yeah. It has become. It's being compared to what happened with JFK. That for decades people have been asking questions as to how did that happen.
But look how much coverage that got. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And we're hearing more about his wife and Turning Point than what happened to her husband. Just like even when Reagan got shot, who was it? Hinckley? Was his name Hinckley? That got a lot of coverage too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
Come on now, the shooter. I'm trying to say, like, they're not focusing on the shooter now. Like it happened, boom, we got him, gone. That's it. And like that's why I said it's too neat. It's too clean.
Information about the gun. You don't even hear that on the
nothing
on the news. You only hear that on social media.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's how we and that's why when the president used to always say fake news, it's like he's conditioning us to not trust the news.
Yeah, he does a lot of the fake news. That's why I'm not sure about this whole thing with the pilots, because they're describing it that they were able to avoid a big firefight and all, and both pilots are okay. That got me doubting as to what really happened. So I will have to look into it.
Let's see, because Al Jazeera is pretty legit, but let's see, because
Usually they are, but they could have gotten that information maybe from a not so reliable source.
Another source.
Yeah.
Because when Trump talks, he only remember before he became president, he was a Twitter head, right?
He still is
on social media. He still is, but all the videos that we get out on him is only on social media.
Mm-hmm.
He's on Truth Social.
You know, like he's not on any news. He's not on any news networks, and for somebody who puts himself out there like that, you want to be on a news network, you know?
Right, he's using his own platform.
Mm-hmm.
The lie social, because he lies so much.
Yeah. So that, I don't know. It's just like I said, it's entertaining, but there's a lot of real stuff going on. But
actually, that's something. Do y'all still think CNN is legitimate?
CNN sold out. That's right.
Sensational. They say that they're into sensationalism.
No,
they're not really reporting the news. They're just
Fox News does the sensationalism. But what's happening is that you could say that CNN, ABC, CBS, but especially I think it's CBS that sold out. That's Fox. That's Fox Light now. Yeah. Because they never say really anything negative about the Republicans and about the president. So they're Fox Light now.
What about NBC and ABC?
To a degree, all of them, because they are under threat. They're under threat of getting their licenses pulled.
Well, didn't somebody buy? Something with the FCC? Didn't one person's monopolizing that, or one company's monopolizing that now? So they
That's what I'm saying. I think it's CBS that the head of I think it's CBS she's a Zionist, so she's always saying things positive about
I think it was CBS,
and they can't say anything remotely critical about Israel, and you know that they have all that control. And a lot of these legacy networks, they're becoming right wing propaganda. That's why I'm saying that they're becoming Fox Light. Fox News and some of to different degrees.
And Colbert is on CBS.
Who is
Colbert? No, Colbert. Yeah, I think he like independent now because he.
His show got canceled.
Well, Jimmy Kimmel got fired and got rehired, and because of that, because of harassment, they wanted to take his show down. And
okay, let me ask y'all: when the last time y'all watched the evening news, like ABC, World News, NBC?
Irby, I was going to say that, Irby. No lie, it's been years.
It's been a long time for me too.
Pre-COVID, it's been before. As soon as COVID hit, I stopped watching the news.
Yeah,
because everything was on social media.
I don't watch stream.
They steered us to social media. Did you notice that, Irby? Hard.
Yep.
They steered us to social media hard. So no, I haven't watched news. I used to faithfully watch, especially when I used to have to get my kid to school. That's the first thing I would turn on is the news. And watch
What's going on? What's going on, Armando? What's happening?
to get ready to go to work and taking my kid to school. Now, no, I haven't watched it. That's why I was like, what about them? Because I don't see them. I don't.
Yeah.
And everything is streamed now. Now you got to stream everything just to watch the news. Before it just used to come on TV. Like, so I don't know. It's spooky. So, well, we'll see. Hopefully, Al Jazeera, Jazeera, however you say that name, didn't get the incorrect information. I just heard about it. Mm-hmm. I just heard about it about an hour or two before I went live. So all of a sudden, they found them now. I mean, I know this happened yesterday, but and see, Irby, the way that guy was talking about it, that Navy SEAL guy, he made it seem like it was, they were gonna come get him, but not that fast. Like, I don't know. And then the video that I showed, that it looked like that Iran had captured him already.
Mm-hmm. Because that's what I have read. That's what I have read online, that one of the pilots had been captured, and he was under custody. He was like one of the best pilots, and still got himself shot down. So we'll see what's true. Because there is a lie somewhere there.
What's sad? That we're not going to find out what's true until his presidency is over. We're not going to find out. That's when everything's going to come out. And this is what I meant to ask, because I'm not sure with this, because I know this is what he keeps talking about. But the midterm elections, right? If he doesn't come out on top with this, they can impeach him at that point, right?
They could start the process for that. I mean, he's gonna have to steal the election so brazenly. So
he's trying.
I know. Look at what happened here in Texas. All that redistricting thing. That was to steal the elections, and that's what pushed for California to do their own redistricting. The difference is that in California they did it with people voting for it. Here in Texas, the Republicans just passed that through without asking people, without asking for the people, letting people vote on it. In California, they had a vote on it, and they overwhelmingly approved it, so that they will have more democratic seats for whatever it is in Congress.
But he's trying everything, even with the man, with the
Yeah,
voter ID. He's trying everything, and now they're implementing something with the supposedly the if you want to do a mail-in ballot, and they're gonna have these special envelopes. It's gonna have a barcode on it.
Yeah, the SABAT. It's kind of part of the SABAT, where they're trying to make it difficult to do mailing ballots, and if the ballots don't come in before the election, if they come in after the election, then they can invalidate them. So
they will, because they set it up with the post office too. Now the post office doesn't get, like when you used to go to the post office and I want my mail, they used to the time stamp it on the actual envelope. They don't do that no more, because they can't guarantee it's going to go out that same day. It can go out the following business day or after. So I was like, oh, they're really trying to get us with that now.
Yeah, they're trying to mess it up, and that is the whole thing with the SABAC when it comes to making it more difficult to vote. They want to put eyes at the votation at the voting locations to intimidate us. They want to make it difficult for women to vote with the whole thing about the names, because a married woman may have her name
different than what's on her birth certificate. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same as a birth certificate.
And because of that, they can make it difficult. They can make it difficult for women to vote, because she's married and their married name is different than the name on the birth certificate.
And they shouldn't allow you to do that, because they don't obligate you to have to update your birth certificate. Only your license, I think. I don't think your social security. I think your social security card, your license. Those are the things that have to have your married name on there. But your birth certificate never changed. That has never occurred.
No, that has never been an issue. It's just that they're making it difficult. The Republicans are making it more difficult for women to vote. They're kind of trying to penalize them for changing their names, for having their married name.
Because he knows, since his approval rate is tanking, I'm sure it's because he's afraid that women are going to not support him. That's why he's doing that. Otherwise, he wouldn't care.
Yeah.
If the women's vote wouldn't make a difference, then he wouldn't care. So that's another reason why he's doing that.
That's why I say that voting, for as much as people want to say that voting doesn't matter, voting does matter. They wouldn't be going through all this trouble to rig things, to gerrymander.
I say it doesn't, Ramon, because it's not. I think that they rig at least 60 to 75% of it. But then the other 25 to 35% would make the difference with the way they're. I don't know. Maybe I'm not throwing the numbers right. I just feel like they do something with it every year. They know who's going to win.
Mm-hmm. And I did hear what Eric was saying, that Texas is such a red state, and Texas is not that red. Okay, it's mostly red, but it has a lot of blue dots in it. And for example, the very capital of Texas, which is Austin, that's basically blue. That's basically a blue enclave.
Austin is.
And partially here, Dallas is. There are parts that are fairly blue. There is a place where there is this clinic that I go to have myself checked out. And you see rainbow flags around. So
Austin is like I guess you haven't been to New York, but it's like the village in New York. That's why everybody tells me Austin is like that. The part that I'm talking about, where it's very like the village in New York. So that's the alphabet people, very free spirited.
Yeah, they're very rainbow.
But Texas as a whole is very conservative, very Christian state. So.
Yeah, it's kind of like in the outside of the major cities, because here in places like in Houston or here in Dallas, it's not. You find a little bit of everything, and people that are a bit more moderate. I don't really see the fucking red hats out here. and then I go around, and I really never see them, and so it's not so bad. I can't really complain. I really don't
I
need to
can't
see.
either. I can't tell I'm in a red state either. I really can't tell. I think Texas, for certain
Uh-huh, it's
things,
so
seems so
hardcore.
far they're very independent with how they move and how they think, and I'm cool with that. Like,
Yeah. It's not so hardcore like in places like in Arkansas or those are the real red states. Those are the hardcore
Kentucky,
MAGA lands.
yeah, Kentucky, all those places, yeah.
Yeah. Armando say Republicans, the dishonest ones, are gay and that little richer. Yeah. The ones that complain the most about people with alternative lifestyles, yeah, those are the suspect ones. Those are the suspects ones. Those are the ones that go on and on talking about doing all the talk about traditional values. But those are the ones that when there is a Republican convention, the grinder up crashes. Do you know about
Christy Noam's husband with his boobies out?
Yeah. That's because, yeah.
So what is he doing?
That fetish. He has some kind of a fetish. He wants to be able to. I guess he wants to be bent over and pulled by the hair or something. But yeah, it's the hypocrisy. There are two things that I have learned that there are two types of people that are very bold. Two types. One is the ignorant, and the other is the hypocrite. And what I have seen that there are a bunch of Republicans, the ones that have the biggest mouths about conservative values and being a man and being alpha. Yeah, those are the guys. Those are the ones that are the most suspect, because those are the ones that want to be around other men and they're always doing things for other men and want to impress other men. And that I find very suspect. They don't know how to talk to women because they think that women belong in the kitchen. They should be making their sandwiches. They don't know how to talk to them. They can be very kind of like abrasive. They can be very insulting. And I as a man, I will admit that there are some things about certain women that I don't like, and I talk my shit and all of that. But I don't say that they need to submit. I don't call them names. I don't do that. But there are certain things that I might complain, and I have my issues with. But I don't do like what those guys in the manosphere. Did you see that documentary about the manosphere on Netflix?
No, really? They got one on Netflix? I gotta watch it. Oh my god, I gotta watch it.
Yeah. There is a documentary.
What's it called?
The name, it has the word manosphere in the title.
Okay, I'll find it then.
So it was recently released, and they talk about that. The thing is that if you go through the documentary, there are certain things that those guys talk about that I can agree with it to a certain degree that I can agree with. But the whole thing about the demanding submission from women and that they belong in the kitchen, making sandwiches and all of that, no, I don't agree with that. I wouldn't want a woman that cannot do anything by herself.
Yeah.
But there are other things that they do mention, that they do talk about, that I can agree with, and that is how the third wave feminism of today is.
I think they exaggerate too much, Ramon. I think they make it too hard. I mean, I don't understand how dating now is harder than what it was before. Why a man catering to a woman is called being a simp. Why men have these crazy expectations, like what you said, the woman should be in the house doing this and doing that, like, and then the women who fall suit with that say, yeah, like, what does he need you to contribute? All you need to do is, I don't know, be able to cook for him. Like you just said, cook and clean and be there to spread your legs. Like, they're not in this day and age, 2026, like women still do that? Even the ones that stay home still have, like, even if let's say the husband is rich, then they have like hobbies that they have that, they contribute to their communities. Like, they're doing something. They're active. They're not just sitting home with an apron on and You know what I'm saying? Just cooking and cleaning and waiting for the kids to get off the bus. You know what I'm saying? Like the school bus. That's not.
No,
Really.
these days, yeah, that's an old ideal. That's an old ideal that doesn't apply to today, to how things are today.
They wouldn't want it to apply to how things are today, depending on your level of comfortability. Like, how do you want to live if your wife doesn't work and just take care of the kids, depending on what your income bracket is? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not realistic because these days, the past 20 years, you've needed 2 incomes just to break even. And that was like a semi-middle class household, you know?
Yeah. These days is
you need 2. So what you want her to be home and be able to cook and clean, and you're gonna be miserable because you're gonna be broke paying all the bills because you got your wife sitting pretty.
Well,
doing nothing.
No, I get it. I understand that it's not the same today. It's just that some of these manosphere guys, they're holding on to an ideal that may have been true decades ago, but things don't work like that anymore. The economy
You need to focus more on virtue and values. Virtues and values. Like, you want to find value in somebody, right? You want to meet somebody and fall in love with them, but you also want them to make your life better, making your life, or both of y'all make each other's lives better. Like, come on, it's not that difficult. I think the manosphere, I don't know. I think they're delusional or they have mental issues because it's not that hard. A lot
of those guys don't know how to talk to women.
Yeah, I think they're the incels. They're the ones that are incels. They want you to work 9 hours. Herbie's back. They want you to work 9 hours, then come home, cook and clean. That is the problem. Yeah, that too. That too. Herbie came back for the manosphere stuff. What you want? What you want to say about the manosphere, Herbie? Herbie?
What about the manosphere? What about the manosphere?
I don't know. That's the topic right now. So I thought that's why you came back on the panel. To give you 2 cents, because it's really your generation.
Yeah, I don't know how we got there, but yeah,
you took us there. You said it's on Netflix. Yeah, you said it's on Netflix.
You can start typing. You can start typing manosphere in the search.
I might do a reaction video to that.
It's gonna come up, but I saw it, and there was a documentary filmmaker that was able to spend some time with, not with Andrew Tate, but like. Myron Gaines, Nico, and a couple of those other guys, and he was asking them questions. He was asking them questions about what is it that they do, and a couple of them do come across as big grifters. They're just trying to sell content on.
That's what I think. That's how I think Andrew Tate is. That's how I think most of them are. And then the sad part is that their followings are the ones. The people that follow them are the ones that take them seriously, and those are the ones that I'm like, dude, are you okay? Like,
the one thing that I do agree, the part that they do agree when they talk about who has to earn value versus who is born with value, to a great degree, I actually agree with that. I agree with that. Because
who has to earn it? I don't understand that. What do you mean?
Who is born with value versus who has to earn it? That's something that Myron Gaines talks about, and I think that one of the other guys talks about that, and that is that when kind of like when men and women are born, women are born already with a certain value, and that is when they're young. It has to do with their ability to reproduce, and it's not just physical attraction, physical beauty, but actually and their youth, but also when it comes to be able to reproduce, there is a lot of value in that. Without that,
most men don't want to get married when they're young. Most men don't even think about that.
I don't know about y'all older guys. What y'all think about 29, 28, 20 something year old girls? These girls they're lazy, they don't cook, they don't do shit. I don't know what
my son said that they don't cook, but you guys are not thinking about getting married and having kids, and if she's in her reproductive years. I mean, Herbie, are you really thinking like that?
No, I ain't thinking about
and that's the age that's the age that would want that would want to get married and start a family. They're not thinking about that. They're not thinking about that.
I wasn't talking about getting married. I wasn't.
No, but I mean, if you're talking about her reproductive years, you want to be married to the woman who's going to have your kids, right?
Okay. I get what you're saying, but I wasn't talking about the marriage, the marriage part of it. I was talking about what is it that is perceived.
Oh, what makes the woman valuable at her when she's young? You mean between 20 and 30?
Yeah. It has to do with being able to, to reproduce. Let's say, at 18, 19, 20 years old, a young woman, she can be very fertile. But a young man who is 18, 20 years old is worth next to nothing because he hasn't done anything. He hasn't built anything for himself when it comes to success and all of that. That's something that happens later on. And maybe that could explain why there are women that do prefer men that are a little bit older, that have already accomplished something, that has already gotten their their finances a little bit more together. So that part I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that part. But there are other things where they really go off on a tangent, and I kind of agree. They do come across as grifters and incels that they don't know how to talk to women.
What you saying, Herbie?
I say, those girls y'all talking about, these girls that's my age, they look at old guys as suckers.
A lick, right? That's what I'm thinking. Like when a young woman wants an older man, they want to be taken care of. They don't want to do much for it. And if it involves pumping a couple of babies, yeah, they know that they can strap that man down, give him a kid or two, and they can divorce him in a couple of years and then take him for child support and alimony if they were smart enough to marry him. That's how I see it. That's why when these man-of-fear dudes talk like that, and then once that happens, once they meet a young woman in her prime and she can give him kids and he can take care of her because, she looked good, she can give him babies and all that, and then she ends up fucking him in the end, then they come on those manosphere shows and start talking about how they hate women and, because they got dogged out by a younger woman who was in her prime. And then but how they twist it around is that, now you got 2 kids, and if you meet somebody else, he ain't going to want you because you got 2 kids now, and you know what I'm saying? I want somebody who's young. Like, you go around in circles with that. I think you need to find somebody who likes you and you like them and try to go from there. It's not that, I think, and I'm not saying you, Ramon, I just think that these hardcore manosphere dudes, they put too much.
No, I'm not a manosphere
guy. Too much
into
trying to get the supposed woman that they're thinking about in their head. They're never going to get that woman that they're thinking about in their head. They're never going to get that woman. Because each man doesn't deserve that kind of woman that they be talking about. Like, you're saying you want a woman like this, and that. Yeah, that's ideal, but are you the type of man that's going to get that kind of woman? Probably not.
And they're lazy and entitled. That's why I like older women.
Okay, so maybe you're lazy and entitled too. So a younger man that wants an older woman, manosphere, gay man, frustrated. Low value men speak that way. I think they do because it's like, it's not realistic to me, and it's not that difficult. It is not that difficult.
A lot of older women, I see they want to date a young man, all right?
Oh, there are the cougars. There are the cougars of today, and they don't get any criticism.
I should download that video that I showed Fulana. Oh God, let me see if I can get that video. Irby, you gotta stop, man. I don't know. I guess
I will never be like a cougar, like a real cougar. I'm already too old to be with a cougar. I mean,
not really, because she got money. Like, what's his name? Where's boyfriend?
No. But for being a cougar, will be somebody who is already about to keel over, and she will be like 70 years old or something. I'm not gonna be
and then you'll be taken care of. You'll be taken care of.
No, it's just no. You see, that's one of those differences between men and women, because we can't bribe our private parts to rise to the occasion for somebody who's already kind of
They got those gas station pills. You can pop a pill and you pop a pill and then you do that. You'll be taken care of.
Because I can understand younger women that are willing to lay up with an older man who is providing her with what she wants, and she'll kind of hold her nose and go through there because she's gonna be getting something out of it. But it's not the same. It's not the same with us, man. We can't get attracted with an older
Cher's
woman.
boyfriend is I'm sure he stands in. He makes sure that his third leg stands in attention. And he's there for her because she looks very happy. You mean to tell me if she decided to take care of you, you wouldn't take Cher up on her offer? You know how you would be living if you were Cher's boy toy?
Are you got something against cougars?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, not at all. I'm just saying, I just think it's to each his own. You like it, I love it, but it's not for me.
Oh, you quite. I love cougars that don't shave. Ugh. No, at least she's gonna have to do that. Like no. Oh, you Cuarazo says.
Cougars need love too.
Cougars, of course they do, and they look. And when they're with a young man, it's usually for the physicalness of it. They don't, they only want the sex. I mean, come on.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's not like you're criticizing.
I guess okay. With me, it's a I was a little cougar once. Yeah, but I think it depends. When. I mean, not when. How old? How old? What's the age difference? What's
you
the
see? Look. Fulana agrees. See, look. She got Team Cougar.
She said one time. She said one time.
She's about to be.
Ask her what was the age difference? How long ago was it?
For her to be a cougar, the guy would have had to be young enough to be her son or something. That's the cougar requirement.
Nah.
It should be something like that.
Fulana's gonna be a cougar again. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay.
If Irby has something to do with it, I think. Irby, yuck. I know.
He keeps saying about shaving.
That's how I know it's Don Armando. He doesn't. He switches the avatar, but he keeps the same talking points.
Mm-hmm.
You got to switch it up, Don. We know it's you. OG Guarazo. Yeah, that's you.
OG Guarazo.
Guarazo.
Is it the age or the gap in age? Ask Fulana.
Yep.
I've never looked it up. I've just from my understanding, it's just that the woman is older than the man. There could be a generation gap. Not necessarily, but that's my understanding. A woman being older than the man.
No more than 10 years, no more than 10 years. Anything after that is he's old enough to be a kid. Wah. I know. That's too much. Then it's like you're taking care of a kid. But I'm about to upload this video so that you can see what. And this is a cougar. This video is so cute. I sent it to Fulana yesterday. I should have uploaded it. But I don't know. But Irby's determined to have a cougar in his life, and he wants it to be a Cuban one. So
Irby wants a Cuban cougar. Okay.
A Cuban cougar. That'll be a headache and a half. You got to be careful what you wish for, Irby, because he just might get it. Okay. Let me play this video. This is a cougar here with her young man. Oh wait, let me do the fair use, even though I know they're gonna YouTube is gonna make me take it off, but for the music.
Turn the TV down. Get this stuff up off this floor. Fix your face. You hungry? Put some clothes on. They're gonna run to Popeyes real quick. And them shoes, the shoes you were showing me last week, show me how to get on the internet so I can get them for you. You heard what I said? Fix your face if I give you a reason to look like that. Now get up and put your clothes on. And get that stuff up off this floor.
That's how Kirby want to be treated. That's how you want to be treated, Kirby?
She's like a mother. She's almost.
Yeah,
that's what happens when you with a cougar, when you with somebody that old.
I'm trying to boss somebody.
That's me talking. He's cute, you know. That's what I said to I was like, look at this. The music was right and everything. Oh, a lot of cougars in Carnival, I'm sure. It was too funny. That's how Irby wants to be. Irby, that's how you want your cougar to take care of you? Buy you some Popeyes, get you them sneakers. She said, show me them sneakers you want to get. Show me how to get on the internet so I can order you them sneakers. Fix your face and give me that smile. Como un niño.
Yeah, that's kind of like the dynamic, that mother-child dynamic.
I know.
No, I'm already too old for that.
Well, no, it would be different when you're older. You know, when you're older, like your age, and you with like Cher, you're her companion. You know, and very rarely would Cher want anything physical with you. Maybe she wants the illusion that, you know, you guys are getting physical, but there's really no physicality happening, you know? When a woman's that old, I don't think she expects too much. Like, you wouldn't have to do too much. You know? Ramon's like, no. She's rich enough. I'm surprised. She's rich enough that she can take care of you? Come on, man.
Just because she has a little arthritis, that doesn't mean that she doesn't want to get freaky. I mean...
But her money, isn't the money the motivator, Ramon?
Okay.
You won't have to work. You just have to go, you know, show out with her, be her companion, like I said.
You're not getting anything physical with Cher. Cher, like in her 70s, that's menopause.
She's damn near, that's way past menopause. She's damn near 80s. She's way past menopause. She got one foot in the grave. God forgive
right. That's why I'm saying that she's already about to keel over.
So wouldn't you want to enjoy that and be put in her will and get some money? Oh, all you had to do is, you know, be her partner. Just like Anna Nicole Smith did with that man that was 110 years old. I can feel that was him.
Yeah. He
wasn't doing nothing.
He was so old. He was in a wheelchair.
Exactly.
He was so old. He was so old. He was looking like the creek keeper, but white.
And she was young. She was young in her childbearing years and very beautiful. And why not?
Yeah. Well, she got a couple of things out of it. It's just that when he passed away, she was hit with a lawsuit by the family, so she wouldn't get any.
I want to know who that is. She said her mom friend went on a date with a 57-year-old last night, and she's 72.
Oh boy. Yeah.
No, that's two old people.
Es el bollo podrido, el toto podrido. That's 72.
That's cobwebs.
Oh my God.
That's like dryer. That's a dryer than the Sahara.
Like a cougar is like 60 to 80 wouldn't work. Man, you never know. Her husband was home. Get the F out of here. I'm telling you, and probably can't get it up, right? So she said, no, my young boy, pobrecito, he has dementia. Okay, so he doesn't know what's going on. Okay, so she's technically not cheating because he doesn't know what's happening.
That's low.
Not really, because if she's 72 and she still likes to get it, and he can't give it to her, then and he doesn't know what's going on, she ain't doing that wrong.
All right, let's hope you don't say the same thing if it is the man that has a wife with dementia that can't take care of his needs.
I said both, Ramon. I said chocha and I said bollo. And Cubans say bollo and papaya. What you talking about, Don? What are you talking about? El bollo. ¿Tú no sabes lo que es el bollo?
Yo sé lo que es eso.
That Cubans say that. Maybe they don't say it no more. No, they do still say it. But I keep having to say I come from pre-Castro Cubans, Ramon, and that's a different.
Okay.
Yeah, I come from pre-Castro Cubans.
Uh,
Exactly. Husband's older than her. Yeah, so she's 72. Let's say he's 80 and he has dementia. Pobrecito. Pobrecito.
yeah, okay.
I don't know. But Irby wants a cougar, right? So let's say he gets with his cougar, she's really digging him or whatever. Boyo, yeah, but the older ones say no. The older ones say no. The older ones say boyo. That's where I got it from. Boyo y papaya. The younger ones say the C word. Because we say that. Whatchamacallit? Irby gets with his cougar. You with her for like 20 years, and now she's not 40 or 50. Now she's 60 or 70. You still gonna stay with her?
Maybe.
You want that cougar, or that cougar has an expiration date?
Maybe.
Excuse me?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. She has an expiration date, all right. Just like Ramon said, nothing with cobweb. So you're not talking about cougar 60, 70. You're talking about cougars 30, 40, and 50, right?
Yeah.
And he's in their 40s or in their 50s. Them land grants. Get cars, Irby, and get them land grants. Man, get with a woman where you don't have to work. But when you don't have to work, yeah, you become like that guy I just showed in the video. Sitting there playing your PlayStation or your Xbox. And doing everything she tell you to do. Okay. And that's spooky. That's a very thin line between mommy and lover. Like that's
mm-hmm.
No. Mommy issues? No. Irby, you got mommy issues?
Nope.
You said yep?
No.
Oh, okay. Then you shouldn't want no damn cougar. I don't know. I guess Ramon's out. So Ramon,
As a matter of fact, she wouldn't even like the fact that I like cougars. She was like, she'll look at me sideways.
Yeah, that's how I would look at my son. I already told my son, so I already told him. I would definitely look at him sideways and her. Get with Atlanta women, and Atlanta women. They're desperate for real men. Just make sure they're clean. They probably don't got too much to pick from there in Atlanta. I don't know. And Ramon, I guess Ramon's ideal woman would be 20 years younger than him. Now that you're 50 now, right?
Well, yeah. I don't need her to be too young. I like a woman grown, but I don't want her to be as old as me.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm saying.
And you don't want it to be, because now that you're 50, right? So you don't want her to be as old as you. Why? You thinking about having children now at 50?
No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is that when a woman reaches a certain age, there are hormonal changes, as you know. So she might
men too. Men too, right? Men go through their change.
Okay, when it comes to the whole testosterone thing, yes, we do. There is a reduction, but that's about it.
No, not just that. The men's midlife crisis. That has nothing to do with
No, but that's mental. That's a mental thing. That's not hormonal. That's mental.
It's like menopause can be kind of much effort.
No, because the whole thing about the midlife crisis, that's a mental thing that certain men hit when it comes to this age. I'm not there. A
lot of men go through it though.
No. They're the ones that need to compensate for something. They need to
for being married to a woman they probably didn't love and have kids and have to take care of everybody. Then when they hit 50 or 60. They want to be young again. They look like Jim Jones trying to relive his youth. Being a YN. Well, Jim Jones could be going through a midlife crisis. Yeah. And get braids. Yeah, get braids, wear some Timberlands, act like they're 20, 30 years old again.
Oh, wow.
Women are hormonal every month. Yeah, and then we go through menopause, and then once we get past that stage, and we calm, we good,
Well, that's the thing, because too many women then they lose interest in intimacy, and that's maybe we would rather be with a woman who is at her kind of like at her sexual
Did you see what Lana said? The woman was 72 years old. She's still, getting it in.
Well,
So it's not necessarily.
there are exceptions to the rule. That's an exception.
You know what it is, Ramon? I think it gets a little bit, maybe the hormonal change makes it a little bit uncomfortable, but not that the desire is not there. Because I think men and women kind of are there at the same time. Even when a man gets older, if he starts losing testosterone and all that, and he starts having issues, erectile dysfunction, and the woman's losing interest, then they're both at the same pace. Right? So why would you, let's say you're going through ED, not you per se, but an older man going through ED, right? And then he gets with a 20, 30-year-old, he can't keep up with her. I had somebody tell me that one time. He was in his 50s, late 50s, Ramon, and he was with somebody who was in their 30s, and he was like, oh, she just want to F all day, every day. I can't be doing all day, every day.
Because she was
what the hell you got with a 30-year-old for? Huh?
Yeah, because it is at that age, about the 30-year mark, when a woman knows herself sexually. And a woman that is around that age is more desirable, because those women actually know how to do the thing.
Right, but what if you can't keep up then? Why you want somebody so young that's gonna wear you out? You can't keep up, and she's not gonna want to be with you.
I'll keep up. I'm Puerto Rican. I'll keep up. I'll keep up.
I'll say this: she's Puerto Rican too.
Tracy Ellis Ross said
real talk, she's Puerto Rican too.
Tracy Ellis Ross says she likes younger men, but she says
she likes girls. Tracy Ellis Ross does not like boys; she likes girls.
Oh, she's into that.
I believe she is. I believe.
I heard rumors about her.
Well, it's just that she's like very demanding when it comes to dating, and she's in her 50s. So I don't. It's like no man is ever good for her.
She shouldn't have so many. She shouldn't have a checklist at that age.
Well, the same with like Vivica Fox. She has the checklist, and that is the
who else does too? Vivica Fox, and who's the other one? Always wears white. Lisa
Ray.
Lisa Ray también.
Lisa Ray is like pushing 60 years old, and she's very demanding. She has the checklist there, and talking about the they have to meet her
I wouldn't be doing Lisa. That's like Lisa Ray is doing her.
No, Persia White is married to my crush from the originals. Don. No, she's married to
Lisa Ray. Lisa Ray would be like dating your mother.
like that, like the lady that was talking to that guy in the video, just like that. She visits Russell Simmons a lot. Russell Simmons. Who visits Russell Simmons? Who? Vivica Fox? Oh.
Never heard of such a thing. Oh. Well, I know
because Fox changed her face and all
like Don Armando was saying that because is still obsessed with 50 Cent, she won't shut up about him, and she.
Well, that's what it is. She knows she messed up on that one. She could have. And the guy in the video, she could have. She was old enough that if she would have played her cards right.
And they only dated for like a few months, and she's still talking about that. That was when
he must have put it on her like nobody's business.
Yeah, he must have done it. Yeah, and she was like a few years older,
at least 10, because if she's in her 60s, she's in her 60s, right?
No, yeah, but how old do you think?
50 just turned. I think he just turned 50 years old. He's not that old.
You think he just turned 50? I think
he's older than that. You think so?
He might be older. He might be a little older than that.
They have.
So I don't think that it's that big of a age difference between him and Vivica.
Because he said she tried to treat him like a little boy. I think it is. How old is Jim Jones? Is 49, 50, because he came up first. How old? 50 years old. Yeah, he's 50.
So now he's 50.
Yeah, he just turned 50, so he's 50 years old. So Chelsea Handler is still obsessed with 50 Cent. Yeah, she like, yeah. I guess the women that be with 50 Cent still be talking about him. 50 turned 50. Yeah, he turned 50 years old. So gonna be 51 this year. Yeah, so she got him by about a decade. Like, she's about 10 years older than him. Yeah. She just probably thought he was this little rapper, she had fun with him, and she thought she was playing him, and she didn't think that he was gonna be like, look, I don't got time for your nonsense. And he let her go, and she's still talking about it. Like, girl, let it go.
Yeah.
Find yourself, what is she, 60? Find yourself an 80-year-old or a 75-year-old and live the rest of your life out, I don't know, but I'm gonna try to hook up Ramon with Cher and see what happens. Jim Jones, a gang member at 50 Sat. Yeah, he's still running around he's going through his own midlife crisis. He needs to stop.
Yeah. Well,
Really
at least the guy is alive, but he shouldn't be doing that whole gang member shit. There is no future.
It's like he's been doing it. Like, aren't you tired of it already? Speaking of New York, because I think that these people who work for the MTA, that's the transportation division in New York, I think they're gonna have to start carrying guns, Ramon. Because now I'm gonna get into the ratchet videos, and I just want you to give me your opinions on it, you and Irby. I still have some more political stuff, but let me just turn it around and see if I can get to the rat. Did I have it here? Oh God, looks like I can't find it. Hold on. Oh, okay. Whew. Hold on. Oh my God. Oh my God.
What?
I set all this up before I hit that live button, and now it's not here, and I know I put it here. I hate when that happens. I hate when that happens. I guess because I try to do too much in such a little time. But let me see. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna upload it now. I hate when that happens. I wonder if they just knock it, because I uploaded it already. All right, I'm gonna play. Yeah, I'm gonna play this one first. To me, the best one I'm gonna play last. So these are what bus drivers. It seems like bus drivers have to go through on a daily basis in New York City, Ramon. And I think it's getting ridiculous. At some point, I don't know if they're gonna have to, if they're gonna need to protect themselves from the public, because I'm starting to see a lot of instances of the passengers antagonizing and getting like in these bus drivers. And I'm like, what can a bus driver do to you to make you want to get aggressive with them or violent with them, right? You pay for your fare, you get on the bus and you go. If you miss your bus, you miss it. You might yell at the bus driver because sometimes they see you running and they wait till you're almost there and then they'll pull off. I've seen that happen, but that's like as the worst that it can get, right? You get on the bus, you pay your fare, you sit down. Let's say you forget to ring the bell. I don't know how it works now, and miss your stop, then you get off at the next stop. But I don't see anybody like arguing with bus drivers or trying to get physical or confrontational with them. So I'm wondering if they're going to need to start being able to protect themselves, because on top of that, too, they're kind of risking their jobs as well, depending on who they're dealing with. But I think if you do fight a public employee like that, I think you can get a serious charge as well. But I got two videos, but let me just play this one first.
Motherfucker, he's getting into a fight with the driver while the bus is moving?
Yep.
Really? Okay. Do you understand that there are federal laws that apply with somebody physically assaulting a bus driver. It's like doing the same thing to a postal worker or
I
a
know
police
postal workers
officer.
have it. Yeah.
I mean, I understand that there are certain laws that apply. You can't be putting hands on a bus driver. They work for the city. Damn,
Right.
and that dude caused an accident too. I didn't realize.
That could have killed somebody. What if somebody was out there in the street crossing?
Yeah, because that could have been an actual bus stop with people, and they could have gotten ran over or hit.
Exactly.
Like what the fuck? While the bus was moving.
And that's my whole point, though. What was going on so bad to make you want to get that aggressive with the bus driver? What was it about whatever was going on the bus that made you want to do that?
Shit. Wow. And the thing is that, well, it's on video. That kid is going to jail. He has to go to jail. You can't be putting hands on people, especially a freaking bus driver while the bus is moving. What the fuck?
Crazy.
And that one wasn't even that bad. I got another one coming. But right, isn't that like appalling? Like who
it is?
You know, like I can't do and bus drivers make good money and stuff, and they gotta deal with a lot of crap. You know, with the people, you know, because once they pay their friend to sit on the bus, like you know, you gotta ride, you gotta do your route and drive the bus, but there's a lot of stuff that goes on the bus too, because there's people who just start arguing or kids screaming, or you know, there's just a bunch of stuff going on there. You don't have to worry about getting into a physical altercation with somebody while you're doing your job, because that's basically what it is. They're hindering you from doing your job.
Would they be allowed to use weapons?
Huh?
Would they be allowed to use weapons?
Like a taser or something. They should have something, because if he would have been able to tase that dude and just call the police so they can get, you know, he should have been, I think he should have been able to have something like that. He shouldn't have to get into a situation where he can lose his life, because he can lose his life.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
A physical altercation can turn into something deadly. Huh?
You probably can use a taser.
I think that giving them tasers would work, and giving them the right to be
personal carry it, probably.
Yeah, I think I think that the your job should allow you to do that as a bus driver. If you're like working in a city like that, like in New York City, where shit like that could pop off at any time, I think so. Okay, I got one more video. Did it come up? Yes, this one is even worse, people. Fair use.
Yeah, y'all see what the fuck is going on? We got another episode of a road rage on the MTA bus. This young girl is wildin'. She about to do 7 years. But hold on. Watch how the MTA attendant whoop her ass. Y'all put your final thoughts in the comments at NFL.
We want to go home.
And if you know this girl, y'all put her in the comments. You know it's always two sides to a story.
This bitch is wasting my time. Open the door. Back doors is open. Back doors is open. Back doors is open. Back doors is open. Go through the back. You want the police? Go through the back. Ma'am, open the door. The doors are open. It's open. Open the door. Open the front door. No, she's not gonna throw nothing at me and run. She's gonna do it right here. I didn't throw shit at you. No, but see your mouth.
That MTA lady was on all type of time. That young girl ain't want no smoke.
I'm not. I guess we're gonna stand here all day. I guess we're gonna stand here all day. Now you're about to piss everybody off. Go to the next one. Go to the back. Open the door. Go to the back. The door's open. No, it's not. I cannot get through all these people. Bitch, open the door. You made your way from the stairs up here. You gonna go through the back. Yo, y'all gonna let me do to the back so I can get out?
That's a felony. Watch my kid.
She talking about that's a felony, watch my kid. You sitting up there recording. You shouldn't even be sitting right there. You just getting all the action.
Move, baby. It's not worth it. You got it. You got it. You got it, Mom. You got it, Mom. You got it. You got it, Mom. You got it. Please. It's not worth it, Mom. Please. Please. I'm sorry you have to go through that shit. That's crazy. Please, Mom. Listen, it's not worth it. She did. Brayden, sit down, Brayden. Sit back. She come.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Like Chicago.
Now she said it's a felony, right? But when she went to start fighting her, I think that girl was a minor too.
Yeah, she's definitely a minor.
Right? So that felony goes out the window when you start fighting a minor. You know, unless they want to charge her as an adult. Now the front door open here. It's a ghetto mess. Falana, you think she was being petty? Go ahead.
That was Chicago?
No, that was New York City.
Oh.
I think the driver had been taking shit all day. She was fed up.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Ramon, when those kids get out of school, Ramon, in New York City, animales, okay? Animals. And when I say animals, I mean not, it's just the way that they carry themselves in the street. We used to take, especially on the subway or on the bus like that, when I used to go to high school and we used to be on the trains, we do what teenagers do and stuff, right? But it's the moment those train doors open and an adult comes in there, we wasn't doing nothing like that. We would never get in no adult's face like that and start arguing and calling her a bitch and trying to square up with her. You know, like we would have never done that. We had we had boundaries. Let's put it like that.
Yeah. No, that was all.
But kids nowadays, they have no boundaries. And I'm not going to say nowadays, for the past 20, 25 years, it's been like that.
Yeah.
25 years.
Yeah, these are.
Yeah, that's that whole thing about the parents not being able to discipline their kids. That's what happens. I
was able to discipline mine. I didn't have to put my hands on him. My son would never do that, Ramon. He would never square up against you. Even if you said something messed up to him, he would look at you, and I believe so. Even at his age now, he would just walk away from me like, oh, man, like go ahead, like he's not even going to argue with you.
It's a good. In part, it's a good thing that I didn't become a parent because I will be in jail. I mean,
it depends on your kid. I prayed. I said, please let me have a timeout child and not a child that I have to put my hands on. Not every kid comes out the same. I got lucky. I never had to.
No, because even if I tried to do a good job, but I had a kid that was getting all disrespectful with me,
you would have to handle your business.
I will have to grab the belt. I will have to grab the belt because that's how it was done with me. Normally, I was usually a good kid, but there was zero tolerance with me. There were a couple of times when I had to get beat. And I had to get beat, and I still remember how painful it was, how I almost peed myself because getting hit with a belt was fucking painful.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that as a parent, you can't do that now. You can't do that. You can't discipline your kids, and that's that's the result.
They say you can't discipline them, Ramon. I don't know. I can't speak on because my child yelling at him was enough. That was that scared him straight enough to the point where I didn't have to grab a belt or put my hands on him like my mom. You know, our parents grew up in a different era, Ramon, and I would say they were more savage. Than I think half the stuff they did, they would have got locked up for. Because I swear my mom did the most. I mean, I get it, but I think she went a little overboard sometimes. You understand what I'm saying? Like, damn, if you get at me like that, I can imagine how you would do a stranger,
When I was that age, I did curse out Buzz Rap, but we didn't fight no Buzz Rap. We probably would have get into a little argument with them. Probably throw a milk at them.
Curse them out. That's a thin line between curse them out and putting your hands on them. We didn't even fix our mouths to curse out adults. We didn't do that.
We just curse out them, throw milk, and just ran away and ran from them. We didn't.
Or what I would say is that the majority of us didn't, because I had a friend that did do stuff like that. And when I was going to my house one time, and I was maybe 14, 15, and my next door neighbor, I don't know what she was saying. She was trying to say we was making too much. I don't know. She said something, and my friend came out and said, "Shut the fuck up!" And said all this shit to her. And I was like, "Yo, stop saying that. Let's just go in the house." We went in the house. My mother came. I guess it was maybe the next day when she came home from work. She was like, the neighbor said you said da, 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 da. I was like, me? Now I wouldn't have said nothing like that. She said you cursed her out. You did this. You did that. I said, Mommy, I don't do that. And my mother was like, I don't play that, because I would have got beat up for that too, And I was like, that was the fulanita that I was with that did that. She said, well, we're going to go to that lady's door. So she went to the lady's door. She said, you said my daughter said that. She said, yeah. She said to me, I said, ma'am, you need to really, are you sure it was me? Because I was with somebody else. I don't do that. And my mother doesn't play that. You're getting me in trouble for saying something like that. I don't know if it was her or you. I said, it definitely was not me. I don't do that. And my mother,
I'm from a time when I remember being in. Remember, I'm an island guy. I'm an island kid. And I remember when I was in elementary school, where you will see the teachers actually smacking the students over the shoulder, and maybe like on the back if they misbehaved, and so I saw it. The teachers could do that, and they wouldn't get in trouble.
When I was in Catholic school, they did that, but I never, I never did anything
to get
in trouble. But
they will hit with the rulers too. I mean, I saw it. They could do that.
They did with us in school. That's what they did with us in school. But I think they stopped that because there was so much more going on in Catholic school when I was in school. So they stopped all that. Fulana said, why can't I see it? I've been yelling all day, and then I introduced the belt to them today. What? And told them everything they need to know about the belt. No, you didn't, Fulana. No, you didn't. You see how she said that? She introduced.
I remember when I was a little kid.
She's talking about a little kid. She introduced the belt. Did you just show it to them? You didn't actually have to use it, Fulana.
That's what I'm trying to get at. That's what I'm trying to get at about the belt, just the presence of the belt, knowing that the belt existed. Because there was a leather belt that was around the living room, and it was half an inch thick, and it had it was an older, worn out belt with a rough surface that you didn't want to get beat with that, because it will be painful. It will hurt. It will be painful. And I remember looking at that belt. I don't remember actually getting beat with it, but I remember that I hated that belt because my memory blocked it. I blocked it.
I'm sure you were traumatized. They traumatized us. They traumatized us. She said they looked at me like I was crazy. Of course they did, because I bet you they never got the belt, Fulana. They're gonna be like, Mommy.
No, Fulana, you had to say to your kid, huélela about the belt. Smell it, and remember it.
I do, to play the teacher. This
shit.
She said, yes, the fuck I did. Loca. No. Showed it to them. She said, I showed it to them and explained it to them. Wow. You should hear Fulana too. But see, Fulana got a mouth. The mouth she got is like the mouth that we had growing up. And my son heard that. I just didn't put my hands on him. I didn't have to put my hands on him, thank God. And he's a boy. It depends. Sometimes, and like I said, I prayed for that.
You never gave him a whooping?
No, I didn't have to. My mouth was enough.
Well, you would have whooped me, because I don't.
I used to grab him. I used to grab him by his shirt, and I used to be like, if you don't shut the fuck up, his eyes would get big, and you see water coming out. I'll be like, okay, then go to your room, and that was enough. I didn't have to put my hands on him. That was enough, and I'm glad that was enough. Like, me yelling was enough. I don't know, maybe not, Irby. Maybe a one pinch or two, and the way I looked at you would have been like, all right, this chick is crazy. Let me leave her alone. With me, I don't know. I said my mom went a little bit too far, but I wasn't easy either. I know I pushed buttons, and I used to, and she used to say that because I was like, I just sit there and contemplate what I was willing to get in trouble for. You know, like I'll do this. If I do this, this is the outcome. If I do that, this is the outcome. You know. Don said he got beat all the time, and I didn't give a damn anymore. Yeah, I think boys are a little bit harder. That's why I said I prayed that, you know, I prayed that my kid wasn't like that. But now he's older, and then now sometimes we get into arguments sometimes, and I look at him like I should have beat the shit out of you when you was little. You know what I'm saying? Like I should have did it when you was little. I allowed you to express yourself, and sometimes you go a little bit too far. You know, sometimes nosotros chocamos, but you know that would make me feel better, man. I got beat by both parents, but my mom also has that look. I think most Cuban moms had that look, Fulana, but you know, and you knew what came after that. The look. Don't get me wrong. My mother talked to me first. She talked a lot to me first, and she was like, you know, I guess you know, you gotta feel it. You gotta feel it. And my father only hit me once, and I mean that's my stepfather. My biological never did because he, you know, it was always a good time with him. But my biological, I pushed him really hard, you know, one point, and he hit me one time. Girl, you run. Yep. We know, Fulana. We know. But it was different times back then. I think now the kids today, they say you can't put your hands on them, but the kids today, like, I don't know. Irby's saying that. So, Irby, you saying that you was bad?
A little bit.
A little bit? Like school ball? Like she had to go to school and be embarrassed by the teacher for the crap that you did?
A little bit.
Oh man! So, no, if I had to go to your school,
but I
had to go to your school, then you was getting it. If I had to go,
but I told her now. I said, if it was now, you couldn't whoop me. You couldn't whoop me because nowadays
I would have did something.
Nowadays, kids don't get whoopings.
No, some kids get here in Texas. They do. I was in the store and this lady, her daughter was acting up, and she was like, "Whack whack." And her daughter was like, she said, "Shut up! You better shut up." And she's like, and the lady was like, "That's right. You tell them." Blah, blah, blah. They do it, white or black here. They're the same.
Yeah, I think down here, kids can get a little corporal punishment and not necessarily get in trouble. It's just not like that in all of the country.
Right, because even the nasty people here are polite to you. They nice nasty. You're like, you know?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So, you know, he'll still be calling you man while he's like, you know, like you could tell you getting on his nerves and he's trying to be polite, like, please don't push my buttons, babe. I'm trying to be a gentleman here. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he's ready to curse your ass out. So they make an effort to, you know, be nice, nasty, be nice. We got beatings. Yes,
my mother tried to whoop me in front of everybody in school one time. My father told, don't do that shit. Just get them when you get home.
Oh no, my mother did it anywhere, any place, anywhere. She was like, she said, you're the one that's gonna be embarrassed, not me. I was like,
I'm glad he told her that. Your son not supposed to be getting whoopings in school like that. That's embarrass him, scar him from in front of girls and shit.
My mother didn't care. Wherever you did it was where you was getting it at. But it's just like I don't know. I couldn't.
And I think a lot of mothers did that to their kids, like
traumatize them.
Yeah.
When I used to yell at my son like that stuff, my mother was like, "Don't do that, and don't hit him because then he's gonna grow up to be aggressive." I was like, "What?" I said, "If that's the case, I would have been a serial killer." Because you beat the shit out of me. What do you mean? Don't be hitting kids because they forget when they become grandparents. You can't hit them because they're gonna end up being aggressive. Oh, fuck that. If that was the case, I would.
Now my mother is the nicest woman you ever seen. She's nice. She let my niece get away with bullshit that she didn't even let me get away with when I was that age.
Because your niece probably goes home or has her mama. She's like, no. She don't have to tolerate her. She be like, look, take your child. I saw a video where the grandparent was like the baby mama tried to bring the kids to the grandparent. They was like, no, listen. She said, no, so and so said I can bring. She said, no, I'm not here. Take care of your child. We ain't got time for that. They turned her away and the kid. The kid was trying to come in the house. She said, no, go with your mama. School can't do shit in the last day of school. Ain't that some shit? Is a difference. But I told my mom in my 20s I was gonna delete my former what? My mom stopped me. Oh God, Don. Yeah, I gotta thank God. You know, my son is not perfect, but he didn't give me no real headaches. I must say, he didn't give me no real headaches. My parents didn't care either. My mother didn't play that. My mother had me young, so she was able to do it. Cause she said that too. She was like, if I would have had you old, like the age I had my son, she was like, I wouldn't have been able to controlarte like she said. But she was young, so she was able to go toe to toe with me. Oh boy, Don, I think you're talking a lot right there. Oh, you're the one that needed to go to like what was that? What was that school? Job Corps? Because I'm sure by the time you're younger than me, so Spofford was closed. You needed to go to Job Corps, some shit like that. That was like the jail. That was like a jail school, but they taught you a trade and gave you a little job so you can make a little bit of money. Spofford was a boys' reform. Well, they call it boys' reform, but it's a boys' jail. I think they closed that down a long time ago. That's where all the badass boys used to go to.
What's it called?
Spofford. But yeah, Fulano.
Sound like that shit Mike Tyson went to.
Yeah, he did. He went there. That's exactly where he went. I think they closed that in the 90s, is it, or 2000s?
They got one of those shits here too.
It's still running because I think that New York made it like. Then they had Job Corps. That's what I'm saying. You know what Job Corps is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they made it like Job Corps. So all those bad kids went to places like that, but it was still like a little.
They don't try. I don't think they're gonna be there anymore. The school, the reform schools. They're trying to make them. That's the last option. They got like 5,000 role models from them. They rather let them take a trip to jail than set them up for jail because those reform schools only prepared them for jail, so they don't do anything.
Yes. That's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it is. Damn, Ramon in their 40s. Yeah, that's probably what. That's why probably. It's not that they didn't care. It's that what they were gonna do. Oh, Don, that's terrible, man. Job Corps. You went to Job Corps because that's what Job Corps is. It's like a little mini jail. That was like Rikers Junior. Like from Job Corps, you ended up in Rikers. They send you to federal prison. They do something like that. What you gonna call it? But Fulana was right. I said laser, but she said mace. Mace, laser, something to get the person away from you. They should have spot for never been a year because that's before your time, Don. But I think these MTA drivers, especially these kids, Ramon, that's not unheard of with that little girl. That usually is boys, but they both do it. You on the train, they're yelling at you. Like if you're sitting down and let's say you got on a funny hat, they'll snatch the hat off of you. Like, what you wearing a hat for?
Those girls in New York are a little different. Those girls in New York are aggressive.
The boys and the girls, Irby, and it's just like it's too much. And you should be
the girls act like dudes over there. That's crazy.
I guess they can, like the ones that we talk about that join the gangs and all that. But come on now, you're on the bus and
I heard that about Bronx girls. They are very aggressive. No
New York City, period. They always try to throw it on the Bronx. I didn't heard some crap about some Brooklyn girls, and you would have swore it was dudes, chicks with dicks. It's New York City. Don't you dare talk about the Bronx, Irby. Look, she said in Miami too. I'm sure. He where in the side of Miami that he live at too, right, Fulana? Where he live at.
Oh God.
And even the Cuban ones are ghetto just like that too. And they just got long hair while they're doing it. But they're the same shit. Ghettofied, rough ass girls.
Fulana's not making me roast New York tonight.
Nope, Spofford was during my time too. Miami girls all tatted up like they've been in prison. That's crazy. But yeah, like you should. That when Fulana did say she was getting petty, but it's true. I think she was having a hard day, and if it looks like it was like after school when the kids were out of school, and when it's like that, and you got to work that shift, let's say from 2:30 to like 5 or 6:30, you're dealing with those kids. Junior Ryder is younger than me, and went to Spofford. Oh, J.R. Ryder. Okay, that's where he stayed at. But you start. That's where they start institutionalizing you in places like that first, and then from there, it's not a reform. You end up, getting out, doing shit again, and then when you turn 18, it's near Rikers Island. Bronx women are serial deleters. I don't know where you heard that at. But then again, I'm from the Bronx, but I was never like in it like that. So I guess I wouldn't know about that. But yeah, I don't think that these MTA workers should be having to deal with stuff like that. That's just a bit too much. So okay. So this is my last. Is it my last? Well, I could talk about Peter Hess. I don't even know how to say his last name. The Secretary of Defense. I'll talk about him last. But let me play this video first of another celebrity who got stopped and got a DUI.
Down my phone, and all of a sudden, boom.
I'm gonna just take a look at it. Go in and just like take. Is this comfortable for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. 718 dispatch. Yeah. Why did you have the captain respond?
I don't feel anything out of the asshole. We're still gonna have our medic come and check you out. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Disregard that. 718 secured.
All right.
Good then? Yeah, I'm set. Yeah.
He's okay. I just checked for anything on his back. I didn't feel anything.
No, that's him. I'm right here. You're right here. I helped.
Who hit him?
He hit the tree. I don't know. So he kept coming.
Okay.
And I tried to.
Okay. And you were in this vehicle? So you were stopped.
I was getting ready to turn in.
Wait, let me play part. I should have played part 2 first, but let me play this one. I know.
How much have you drink today? None. Do you take any medication?
I take a few, yes.
What's a few?
Ibuprofen and
Okay. Did you take all of them today? Yes. Yeah. At what time? In the morning, night? Place your hands behind your back. Place them behind your back. There you go. So at this time, I do believe your normal faculties are impaired, okay? And you're under the unknown substance, okay? So at this time, you're under arrest for DUI. Yes, sir.
yeah, that's a narco.
Narco?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's another person who has money, right? Why is he not paying for a driver? He claims he's under medication.
Like his third DUI.
Down. Huh?
Like his third DUI here.
Yes, right?
He keeps dating.
He's dating Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-wife.
Because of some leftovers, I see.
5. She got 5 kids. She's his type. Let me play one more video so you can see her. This is ridiculous. Now, Ramon, so she got 5 kids, right? And that's his type because he likes the Nordic type, right? So who's getting over on who? And he clearly has an addiction problem, a drug problem.
It seems
she got 5 kids with Donald Trump Jr. 5. Not one, not 2, 3, not 4. She got 5 kids. But she's still young though. Should he have been manosphere-ish with her and be like, no. I'm not messing around with you. Even though he has a lot of money. So if he had to marry her and take care of her, he could have did it.
I mean, he could do it, but why is he having to do? Why is he having to be the cleanup man? I mean, somebody like him with his money, he should be able to get something better.
Better or a woman with less kids? Is she not?
I just wouldn't want to. Nobody Trump for me. At least that's how it will be. It will be for me. But she has like a gang of kids that he's gonna be expected to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
And he shouldn't. He doesn't.
Look who her ex is. Look who her ex is. It's just like, Lord, like, do I want that? Do I want those kind of problems? See, that situation, Ramon, I get it. That doesn't happen often, like, and he's not young. He's not a young man. So, but his kids are grown, Don Armando. His 2 kids are grown now. They should be at least 20.
He said he was on the phone with Trump when this happened.
He was what?
He was on the phone with Trump.
That's what he said?
Yep.
Oh, his girlfriend.
He said Trump, I heard.
Oh, they arrested him. And he said, that to please give him time to leave the country so he can get himself together again. And it was like, yeah, he's going to leave the country to take a vacation to a tropical island, at some rehab place. And he's going to come back and do the same shit. Because he's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, this isn't the first time that he's being arrested for some DUI type of thing. I understand.
Mm-hmm. They always give him a slap over here.
Yeah, but they got to stop that. You know why? Because now he has a pattern of doing that, right? What if the next one he kills somebody, Irby? He deletes somebody. Then they're going to say, wow, this guy did this. How many times you guys kept letting him go? Then God forbid if somebody gets hurt or gets deleted, that those people could sue the city or the town or wherever the hell they're at.
That's Florida. It happened before. It's Florida.
They got this privilege. He has money, just like Justin Timberlake. Hire a driver. Why do you have to drive? Why are you not strong enough or smart enough to know that you're inebriated? And you know what? So I don't have to worry about hurting myself or anybody else or just getting locked up. Let me just pay for a driver. He can hire a driver. I'm sure he has a maid. He can also hire a driver.
I don't know. They might think that because they're celebrities, they might think that they're untouchable, and they think that nothing is going to happen to them if they. Is irresponsible? I can't.
Only irresponsible,
but
because, like I said, Ramon, they can kill somebody.
But that's the thing. But because they're celebrities, they think that they could get away with anything, so they don't think too much about a consequence.
I guess they kind of do, because that's what happened to Bruce Jenner, right? Bruce Jenner did that. Brandy's been in the news, and she got into an accident and deleted somebody too. Who else? There's a lot of celebrities that has happened to, and they haven't done any time.
Yeah,
Venus Williams did it here a couple of years ago.
Venus did too.
Yep.
The person passed away.
Yep.
Really? How do they get out of that? That's a lot of people.
The family sued, and she just got a settlement. Gave them a settlement. They brushed it off.
Wow. Was she inebriated too, or she was sober?
She was sober. I mean, she was drunk.
Oh wow. Well, I live in Thailand for the rest of my life. Shit. You heard about Brandy, Ramon and Irving? What you mentioned that to me, right, Irving? What Shine said about that? Shine and Mace.
What about Brandy?
Yeah.
Brandy dating the Boyz II Men dude?
Boyz II Men, Shine, Mace. Who else she dated? The guy that she got.
I heard about. I always knew that she was dating that Boyz II Men guy.
Right, she dated a lot of guys.
Oh, that was back in the day.
To me, she was a pass. Yeah, she was like a pass around, because I'm because she got her daughter. She had her daughter before she turned 18, I believe, and she got pregnant by her producer while she was still a minor. And then
but they always say Brandy always dated young older dudes in the industry. Like,
but she was so young, and she dated a lot of dudes. Shine and Mace were both talking about her, and Shine was saying he didn't know that Mace was dealing with her at the time.
And she dated Kobe too.
Yes, that's 5 already that we know of. And one of them was her baby daddy. Or I think did she marry him? Did they make her marry him? I don't know. I remember when she had that reality show too, and she was saying she was pregnant and all that. Yeah,
She just another one. Brandy, all of them.
Goody Two Shoes, Moesha,
Foxy, all of them.
Foxy Brown.
Well, I don't think Brandy is as bad as Monica, because Monica, she's into the thugs.
She dated C Murder.
Yeah, but I think that was the only one that was actually an entertainer. I think the other ones were just, street dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Brandy dated known dudes. Like, that makes it worse. Everybody knows her, just like Aaliyah. They talk about Aaliyah, but Aaliyah slept with a lot of dudes in the industry.
Yeah,
all these girls get passed around. All these girls get passed around, and the boys.
Sad.
I understand that Ray J got into some kind of trouble recently. I don't know that.
Ray J has to get into stuff to keep himself relevant. Remember, he's the sibling that's not popular. So he has to do stuff to get. I think he always did. Like, he was the unpopular one. He was the one that just never got his career off. So he has to be on reality shows and do the most to stay relevant. To me, that's my opinion. To stay relevant.
No, he's the one who made Kim Kardashian famous.
Yeah, he didn't do it. She made herself famous off of the situation they had going on. I think it could have been any black dude. To be honest with you, it didn't have to be Ray J. I don't think so. Ray J is a. Oh, really?
What? He's a what?
Pyro. That's a gang.
Well, did he also have to pay to be part of
I'm
it?
sure he did, because he's not about that life. That's.
I was just about to say that. Paid all of them.
He is not about that. I'm saying he does stupid stuff to stay relevant. Like, he talks.
Chris Brown is paid, and Lil Wayne, all of them, they paid.
Chris Brown did too, because Chris Brown about that life. He's just like the typical light skinned nigga.
Chris Brown wasn't raised in that, but he was trying to get involved into that gang shit, and
Really?
it was costing him. It was costing him. They were picking his pockets.
Wow.
So, and that was a few years ago. Still on that? Isn't he a little too old?
Fulana said, this is Ray J she's talking about. His wife has a restraining order. Apparently, he's dying. He's suing the Kardashians. He unhealthy and nasty and treats that girl he with like, yep. Everybody. Wasn't he buddies with a transgender person too? Like, he does so much to stay relevant. I hope he's not lying about being sick like that, because I swear I thought that was, it just sounds too convenient. Ray J needs rehab and mental health. I think he needs mental help, Fulana, because he's not where he wants to be. Look at his sisters. She's not, even though she did all that, she's not trying to put herself out there like that. But this guy don't got nothing going on. I think he has really, he's really insecure. No, he joined as a teenager. Okay. He's just ridiculous though. But yeah, and Carson. What's his name? Tiger Woods. And I don't know if his problem. They said that he's addicted to painkillers because of all his injuries, and I'm like, what injuries? From his car accidents? Because did he get injuries from playing golf? He got no injuries from playing golf. Well, what did he do? Sprain his wrist or something? What did he do? So he's ridiculous. His wife beat the crap out of him. I think he never recovered from that. And that he was cheating on her anyway, too. He'll probably cheat on this one, too. Or she's just taking his money. But you're right, Ramon. I don't know. You have 5 kids. That is a lot. I don't know. Shoulder injuries, I believe, from golf. I don't know. You know what? Okay, Fulana. I would say maybe you're right. Because he has been his father like trained him to death the same way the Williams sisters got trained by their father to play tennis. So maybe he he done overworked his arm. Yeah, his father, he's one of those kids that been playing golf since he was little. So maybe it did. Maybe he did. But I know he's on painkillers, so maybe it was from that. But he said injuries. So he been gang banging since he was 16. And you remember Ray J was with no. Suge Knight, I think I heard something about Suge Knight and Ray J. But see, Ray J just, if it wasn't for his sister, Ray J would not be in none of these circles. If it wasn't for Brandy, nobody would know who he is. Nobody. So I think a lot of the connects and his the way he's been able to get his foot in the door is because of his sister. I thought it was the other way around. That's what Fulana said. No, he just want to be down. I guess you know what happens too when you start having all this money and you don't have like real focus and a real like career and stuff like that. You become an alcoholic or a drug addict. I got proof. I believe you. So I don't know. I wonder if I always wonder like that. If I was rich, and didn't have to work and just have money to do what I wanted to do, would I be popping pills? Would I just be drunk all the time? Like, how would I move around this world in my life?
Nikki pops pills all day. Nikki pops pills all day.
Nikki look like she's on more than pills. I don't know. Yeah, but she has a career. That's what I'm saying. She raps and stuff, so she don't need to be getting fucked up like that. Cardi B doesn't get fucked up like that. Meg Thee Stallion doesn't get fucked up like that.
She's gonna be Nikki's gonna be washed up pretty soon, so she ain't gonna have nothing to do. Be bored all day and just start popping pills.
But she's doing that now. Lotto doesn't do that. You know who does do that? But who does that? What's that singer? The one that her father's African, and he came to see her. She looked like she'd be fucked up all the time.
Doja Cat?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Right?
I did that she does have issues.
Right? A lot of issues. So I don't know. But the other rappers that I just mentioned that I actually know of, they're not doing that. But Nikki's doing that. Nikki's in her 40s. She's too old for that.
Lotto's about to have a baby shower.
I thought she had it already.
Nah, I just think she was doing an album rollout. Maybe.
No, so she had the baby shower, I think. And they said that her baby, they got, gotcha. Let me see. I saw something on Instagram. Come on. Herbie, let me see. Lotto, right? She goes by Lotto.
Yep.
When Lotto.
Because I see she did a rollout song.
She did a what?
A rollout. So the song, she got a new single out.
Yeah, every time they got music. Lotto celebrated her baby shower on the weekend of March 29th in Atlanta. Yeah, she did already. The cheetah print theme party.
Oh, I thought that was like a music album party.
Or maybe she did both. Maybe she did both. The shower followed her official pregnancy announcement, which was revealed through her music video.
21 wasn't there.
Of course not, because he has all. See, it said the shower followed her official pregnancy announcement, which was revealed through a music video for her new single. So everything, worked out together. Yeah. That's crazy. She's having a child by marriage. The most ratchet one, or people would say the most ratchet one, is the one that actually did it, right? She married her dude, right? Okay, even though she did a little, I don't know if that was supposed to be revenge, but she ended up having a kid in the process. But she was married to Offset, like, you know, even though she does all this ratchet, crazy shit, she was married to him. She wasn't, you know, with somebody who's married already, which you would expect it. Megan Thee Stallion still with that. He's a basketball player, right?
Who?
Megan Thee Stallion.
I think she is with Clay Thompson. I think his name is.
He's a basketball player, right?
With Golden State.
Well, he don't play for Golden State no more. He play for Dallas.
Oh, I see. Right. Well, they're in Texas, both of them now, because she's from Houston, and now Tlane will be playing with Texas. Is Kyrie still with the Mavericks?
Nah.
Kyrie already moved on.
He's out the window, in my opinion. He's always injured, so they just released him.
Oh.
So he doesn't play.
No, barely plays.
Oh, I see.
That's whack.
No, because they did get to the final. Was it last year or the year before?
The year before that. Those Achilles, those ankles are starting to come out. Take them out.
Oh, I mean, how old is he?
33.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Isn't he old?
Oh, he's not. No, but that's the thing. It's not that old. I mean, really, it's not like it's
How long they played for?
Well, he came in at 19, so there's probably, so by definition, he's probably older NBA player.
Okay, yeah, so it's more than 10 years. Yeah, because I mean, I know you can play till you're later, but should you be playing like when you turn 40? Like, is it 40 kind of old?
LeBron is 40.
Or baseball is the same way too, right? Baseball you can play till you're pretty old, right?
Well, yeah, baseball you can get away with playing until you are older, because somebody like the late Ricky Henderson, he played until he was in his mid-40s, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he was really good. He was still playing very well, even when he was up in age.
What position you played?
He was like a well, that's the position that he played wasn't really what he was about. He was like the best base stealer. That's what he set a record for stolen bases.
You got to be fast for that too. So if he was still doing it,
he was really fast. Ricky Henderson, you can look him up. He was the kind of like set a record for bases stolen.
You know the career of a basketball player is 8 years.
That would make sense.
All right, and now when they go in the NBA at a younger age, like 19 or 20, they make it even longer. That shit is even shorter, I think.
Yeah, but I would think that like if you start at 19, by the time you turn 30, yeah, like he's 33. Yeah, you would want to like retire already.
Yeah, that's kind of like the average. That's average career is between 4 to 8 years. Of course, the better players can get to play for a long time. And I don't know about LeBron. LeBron should be thinking about considering.
Kyrie, he's good. He already got a ring. He has made ridiculous amount of money. So
yeah.
How old was Kobe when he retired? Right, Kobe retired young.
37.
Oh no, that's old. What about Shaq?
I don't know about Shaq.
Aren't they around the same age?
Probably. I lost Shaq's career when he started going all over the place. At one point, he was in Cleveland.
Shaquille?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was he? Because I remember him. He started in Orlando, and then he went to Miami at some point and got a ring there, and then he went to the Lakers and got a couple of rings there.
He got traded out of Miami, and that's when his career started going downhill. He started getting old as shit.
Well, he's old. Isn't he like 50 now? He's old. Man.
Yeah. He's in our age group now.
He dates younger women.
Oh yeah, he dates these little shorties that are like 5 feet tall.
They're all gonna be shorties because he's so damn tall. But yeah, I guess he likes them extremely short. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, he likes them like very tiny. I've seen him. I've seen him with this little Asian women.
He was dating Karuchi.
Not Karuchi.
Yes, I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that. And she's tiny as well. Yeah, but Shaq, she's trying to get that. Shaq got money.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, when you're in that income bracket, he'll say, "Nah, I don't want a woman with 5 kids. Nah, I want her to be, between 25 and 35." He can do that because of his income. I mean, some men don't want to realize that it has to be.
But he better make sure make sure you don't end up like Shannon Sharp, dumbass.
I think Shannon Sharp be covering up because I don't think he like girls either. All of that seems staged. That girl saying that scandal with that girl, and then the one with the tape. Was it the same girl with the tapes that came out? That seemed fake. Like, oh, I didn't even realize that. Get the F out of here. You don't even like women. Cut it out. I think that was staged. I don't know. Social media, put a damp on a lot of things now. Like, some things are just so fake, or people just fake it. It's no bueno. Oh, Ohed's still here. He said Mac 10 turned out New Orleans. Then from Lil Wayne, etc., it migrated. What are you talking about? I'm a little lost there, Ohed. He dated Hoops and kicked them out. Yeah, she was trying to get that bag. Didn't work out, huh? Well, that's what I'm trying to say. That, like what Irby just said, like, so when Hoops was with him, she was trying to make him fall in love with her, have some kids, be taken care of. Nah, that was Terminator. Good you think? They're talking to each other. But yeah, weird. God, I'm getting tired. Who's 55?
Let me ask you a question, TT.
Mm-hmm.
If you win $50 million tomorrow, would you tell anybody, or you'll just be walking around like a normal person?
Oh, I'd be out. I used to tell my mother that. I was like, if I hit the lottery and shit, I wouldn't even call you on the phone. I would show up at your door and say, take whatever you want to take. We out of here. Don't tell nobody. I wouldn't tell nobody. And I'll go to a nice island, boy. Buy some property and chill out. I'll tell my job, thanks for everything, but I'm turning in my not even 2-week notice. I'm out. I wouldn't tell nobody. I I got a big family from my father's side. Everybody would be knocking on my door.
Oh yeah. Yeah. A lot of family that you never talked to.
Nope.
Before, then all of a sudden are hitting you up, trying to reconnect, quote unquote.
Oh, how Blood Gang, how it migrated. Oh, okay, I get it. But yeah, I wouldn't tell nobody. I would just disappear.
Yeah.
Disappear.
Right.
My son, he's here, and then I would have told my mother at the time. I would have said, "Let's go." Mm-hmm. Would you, Irby? I wouldn't tell no. Hell no.
Walking around like a normal person.
And I believe, like in Texas, you don't have to show your face. Some certain states, you have to show your face. Shaq is 55. Gotcha. You got to show your face. I'll hire an attorney and tell him to pick up my money.
No, I never understood people that want to be rich and famous. I just take the money, no fame.
A lot of money makes me paranoid. Like, I don't even carry cash anymore, Irby. I hate when I have to carry cash because I feel like everybody knows I got money on me. I'm serious, and it makes me paranoid. Let me see. When people started really using their credit cards and debit cards, I stopped. If you ask me for $5 right now, I'd be like, nah, I ain't got it. You don't take credit cards? I used to go out with Fulana. I asked Fulana. Fulana used to get mad. She was like, you got to carry some sort of money. And I'll be like, I don't got money. I got a card. I don't carry cash.
Yeah, I have kind of settled into that myself because I've never been somebody who likes to carry a lot of cash on my wallet, but I do have my cards, so I don't really have cash. You might find like a 20, and that's it.
I had money before. Yeah, Fulana's laughing because it's true. I had money before. Like I forgot what I don't know how to give him. I don't know if my son had to give me money. I don't know, something like that. And I had that money for a long time in my wallet because I don't use cash. And it was so funny because I forgot where I went. I don't know what supermarket it was. So let me use this cash. And you should see the cashier counting money because even they're not used to counting money. They don't know how to count. Hello, the register tells you, but even with the register telling you what to give it, I know they're looking at the pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters, and they're trying to put that together.
Are you a materialistic person?
Huh?
Are you a materialistic person?
No, but I like to be comfortable.
Oh, good. Because if you're a materialistic person, people can tell now.
I mean, nobody wants to be broke.
I mean, no, I didn't say broke. I said materialistic.
Yeah, materialistic, like, you want to be around people that got money and you got to have money all the time. Like,
when I talk about materialistic, like, you may not tell people, but if you driving around in a Ferrari or you walking in certain diamonds on you, like a bunch of jewelry.
That's what I just want to be comfortable. Like, I like jewelry, so I don't have to have that thick ass gold chain that's like 2 fingers thick, or you know what I'm saying. I could just wear a nice dainty one, still it'd be gold, with a nice little, say, a cross or some little medallion on it, something like that. I don't have to be. Yeah, I'm not. I just want to be comfortable. I just want what I want.
You sound just like my mother. One of the things about my mother, I told her you be materialist. She said she didn't condone Griselda, but one thing she liked about Griselda that she was very hands-on. She liked it like jewelry and she chill up clothes and all that other shit. I'm like, why you like all of that?
If I can afford it, yeah. But like, I forgot who I was telling the other day. Like, I like nice things, but I can't see myself dropping $3,000 on a purse. Even though I like that bag, like I'll look at a bag and I'm like, damn, I like that bag, but $3,000? Nah, I'm not spending. You know what I can do with $3,000? I could buy a whole bunch of other stuff with that. Instead of putting it into one bag, unless my income warranted it, I'm not going to spend $3,000.
Hold up, Fulana say she's not materialistic.
She's not. No, she's not. She's not. She likes nice things, but she's not materialistic. And I think most women are like that. We like nice things, but we're not materialistic.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that term, materialistic. But
I'm not understanding what materialistic means to you. Then, like, to me, materialistic means a woman who only dates up. Like, she won't date a dude because his income doesn't match her lifestyle.
That's like social
a little bougie, yeah. I think, but we could say that, but it doesn't have to be materialistic. That bougie just means that you're not ghetto and ratchet, but not materialistic. Yeah, a little bougie means you got got a little class there, like like.
You think men are materialistic?
But you don't go out.
Yeah, you think men are materialistic?
No. Some men are. Yeah, no, some men are definitely materialistic. Yeah.
Well,
when they're in competition with other men, like
some are. The president is materialistic. He like his little, like, talk about his jets and all this other shit.
Because that's what boosts his ego. That's what makes his thing hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why he wants his name everywhere. And I think he's gonna get his name on money now, right? Is it the $20 bill? I don't know.
He's the first person I heard that you can shit on a gold toilet.
But like who cares? Why do I need a gold toilet? Aren't all toilets made the same? Why do I need a gold one? What's the difference? I would like a nice one. I would like one with a bidet in it. That would be nice, but I don't need a gold toilet. Yeah, like, come on, man.
Yeah, it's kind of like that's an excess. That's an excess because I mean, real gold. That's like kind of like one thing that you
waste of money. That's a waste of money. even if you're rich. Like, even if I had a mansion, right? A huge mansion, why do I need a gold toilet? I'll get the state of, the latest, you know what I'm saying? The latest models, but gold? Not the, Gold wasn't meant for you to sit your ass on to have, to run through plumbing. That's not what you, right? Like, I don't know. Same city water running through. Yeah, like that's dumb. You buy a nice fancy car. When you have money, you buy those fancy cars, and that's a rich man's hobby, getting all those cars and stuff like that. I guess playing golf and the golf clubs cost X amount of dollars, or you travel somewhere to play golf because the green is like the best out there and the weather, something like that. I get it, but like a toilet, something you gonna put your ass on? Yeah, that sounds stupid. I don't know. To me, that's like a waste of money. Not that, I mean, I know you have money to waste, but it's like.
No wonder why the rappers used to all love him, because he spends stupid shit on money like the rappers does.
Yeah, but do rappers do that? Like, I don't know. Even like when I was growing up in the 80s. Now I'm Cuban, and Cuban love gold,
Birdman
right?
Birdman does.
Jewelry was always our thing, right? And what my family used to say when we used to see them rappers in the 80s with that jewelry on, first thing my grandmother used to say is like, that jewelry's not worth anything. One, I bet you it's 10 karat gold. Two, I bet you it's not solid gold, so it doesn't weigh nothing. So she used to show me her jewelry and be like, my jewelry is worth more than what he got on his neck. And it's not all gaudy and big, and because it's big and cheap. So you wearing
chains?
Jewelry.
You talking about the Run DMC type of chains?
Yes. Those were 10 karat gold hollow jewelry that you used to be able to get anywhere in New York City from some Arab dude. Jerking you, paying all this money for jewelry that when you go to pawn it, you're not even going to get what you pay for. You know what I mean? Or if you wanted to sell it. Gold is currency, but you have to have a certain carat. 10 karat gold ain't worth nothing. And I noticed that's what they're selling on out now. They're pushing a lot of 10 karat gold. I'm like, why are they pushing 10 karat gold?
Yeah, that's kind of like diluted.
It is. That's not worth it. You could at least get 14. 18 I would prefer. 24 I can't afford. I cannot afford. That's what those East Indians be getting, 24 karat gold. That's the purest. All right. I guess I got more videos, but I can save that for another time. I don't think I'm going live next week, but it is getting later. And Ramon sounds like he's
No. I mean, I'm waiting for a few more minutes, but I am needing to lie down.
It was a great stream. Thanks for letting me up, TC.
Thank you, Irby. You were the first one to come up here and keep me company. Thank you so much.
Shout out to you, introvert.
You too, Irby. Good to see
you.
In the chat, Don.
Yeah, Don. Don't be a stranger. I guess when you go live, I'll go see you.
All right, y'all.
Fulana for hanging out. Thank God that the babies probably went to sleep already. Fulana doesn't have to worry about nothing. I can't believe you showed them the belt. You introduced them to the belt. I cannot believe that. They're gonna be like, "That so."
Good night, y'all.
Good night, Irby. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, Ramon, I'm gonna shut it down. Yeah, yo tengo sueño. Thank you, 22. Thank you. Yes, I have them in the morning again. Oh, okay.
All right.
That is crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna shut it down, Ramon. Thank you so much for stopping by and giving me your opinion and your take on everything we talked about today.
All right. Thank you for having me. Let's do this again soon, if not next week.
And when you going live, Ramon?
Yeah, it's just that lately I have been dealing with a lot of stuff, so I haven't really felt motivated to do my own live stream. But if I do one soon, I'll make sure to let you know, and at least I can talk to you, and you can I can get you to comment on the chat. So yeah. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens soon, and I appreciate you having me on your panel, and I had fun. And let's do this again soon.
For sure.
You having me.
Thank you for stopping by.
All right. Have a good one. Let me see if I got this. All right. Take care, chica. Till next
Good night.
time.
Or good morning. Well, everybody, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for joining me to do some reviews on some videos and talk this politics and stuff. I appreciate you guys, and I'm not going to do the roll call, and I just want to shut it down. But thank you so much, everyone, and have a good night. Hopefully, I'll see you around. Bye-bye.